trap, bitch.
Rick homie thugger in the motherfucker. Rick homie thugger in the motherfucker.
Oh. Rich gang. Fucked up, baby. Got like 4 ounces in the 20, bitch. I'm black. I did a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. Came straight from the bottom to the top of my lifestyle. Nigga living life like a beginning. This is only the beginning. I'm on the top of the mountain puffing on clouds and niggas still beginning. $1.5 on a Visa card. 100 bags, still look like some fucking ties. Niggas serving great white like I'm feeding sharks. I won't do nothing with the bitch.
Hey, what's happening then? Welcome to No Name the Podcast, brought to you by King Broadcasting Studios. Hey, I'm Mike Bell, baby. We got the rest of the crew at the table, J-Bo, Marissa, and Banks on deck every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Start that watch party. Let them know we at the table. We set. We got a lot of hot topics to go in on. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, you know George Foreman still that deal. And we paying tribute to him like for the past few weeks now. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that No Name After Dog. You know how we do and how we beat. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, get at us. You know the number, 678-871-9602. That's how you can get at us on that No Name line. You know what I'm saying? You can do all of that in the chat room. There's so many ways to get at us. We on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Book of Face. I mean, god damn. I mean, if you can't get at us, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So share this show. Help it go viral, help it go digital. And hey, man, you know, we have to have a good time. You know, we got a few serious topics to cover tonight. Overall, you know what I'm saying? Without no you, there is no us. So we appreciate you for supporting us tonight, like always. And ATL ho. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that lifestyle. You know, we represent the A to the fullest every time on No Name the Podcast. ATL ho. How the rest of the crew doing down here, man? You know what I'm saying? Hey, good to see y'all like always.
Man,
hey,
glad to see you too,
yeah,
man.
I appreciate it, man. But anytime it's on 6 feet this side of the dirt, you know what I'm saying, with a reasonable portion of my health, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to stop slapping this damn desk though, bro. We doing a production. We got a live production.
Man,
here.
when I get excited, ain't no telling what the fuck I do up in here. You know what I'm saying? I might just, you know, I'm gonna wait till after dark for that.
Oh, okay.
But you know, we gonna do this a little different this week. Ladies first with Marissa. You know what I'm saying? What's good with you, baby? How you?
Did you say George Foreman or George?
He said George Foreman.
Well, you know what? I stand to be correct. I stand to be correct.
Foreman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize, George Floyd. You know what I'm
It's okay.
saying?
We know you've been having a little bit of your little
I'm
wood
Hey,
reserve.
this libation
that
is
wolf
real.
reserve.
We
Over
in
there
these
looking like-
libations, you know, I'm paying
Listen.
trip. I'm drinking to my guy, George
Today
Floyd. You
is
know what I'm saying?
June the 8th.
Yes, sir.
And you got a skull cap on and a damn hoodie. You like a fucking crackhead.
Hey, man, I'm representing Trayvon. I'm representing
It's
George
not
Floyd.
June the
I'm
8th,
representing
it's June
God.
7th.
Oh, you looking like
Yeah.
that?
Y'all just all
June
drunk over
7th,
here.
8th, whatever the date is.
Whatever it
Yeah,
is,
looking
baby,
like
boy,
a
but I'm
crackhead.
always
Sunday,
cool under
June
pressure.
7th.
So, you know,
Looking
when I
like-
dress like this, it don't even matter.
Looking
You know
like
what I'm
Dave
saying?
Chappelle, Tyrone Bigum's ass.
Hey, I'll be that. But one thing about it is always 100. Back to you, Miss Riz. How you?
I'm good. I just been working.
Been working? Working
I
out
got
or
a-
working hard?
I've been
Or both?
working out
Yeah?
and working hard. Yes, I found out that my Zumba crew have been in the park at Central Park, so
Okay.
finally got on their schedule, and we've been doing Zumba in the park. So I feel good. They have been doing it for 2 months, and I'm not on Facebook as much as I should be, but I felt hurt that I didn't know. But I was glad that I made Cyrus's class. Thank you, Cyrus.
And you're back.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
And then I've been working too. So showing property, trying to get people into homes, whether they're renting. So tune in later on tonight for real estate tips with Marissa Sells Atlanta. We're going to talk about some renting and property management so we can prepare y'all for either renting your home out or maybe you're a renter and maybe you haven't been one in a while. So tune in later on tonight for that, y'all.
All right. How about you, brother J-Bo? How you doing today, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Blessed to be here.
Hey, man.
You know,
Look
I
like
had
you
a safe
highly
week.
favored, too, now.
Yeah. Hey, I went to church today.
Hey, bro.
The church was open today.
Y'all,
It
y'all,
was?
the doors of the church was open.
Hey, the
Were there
doors are-
any social distance?
Yeah, it was plenty of
Y'all
social
sat like
distance.
every other pew, 3 people to a
Hey,
pew.
guess what? I sat more than 6 feet away because I'm upstairs working the soundboard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
So hey, I'm back in here like swim well, baby.
Y'all have a good service, man.
Oh yeah, we had a good service.
Good turnout.
Had communion too.
All right.
Yeah,
Everybody was drinking the juice.
yeah.
cracking and crap.
Yeah.
Was the
Cracking and
was the
crack.
crackers already cracked?
Nah, it look like
when the last time you been
cardboard
to
these
church?
days.
Like the wafer,
Well, I don't know what
You ain't been the
thing.
first Sunday
Nah,
in
it's
a while.
like a
hey?
haven't.
circle. It look like
Yeah,
card,
you
like
telling
a
on yourself.
I thought only
cardboard
Catholic
box or
church
something like
was
that. But
You
they
say
don't
what?
know.
You say what?
Catholic churches only do communion.
You say what?
Only Catholic churches.
Okay, well,
say
you know what I'm saying? We're going to let J-Bo continue with his introduction, letting the people know how he feel. What you got, man? You got a good inspiration swagger lined up for him tonight, man?
Hey man, I got one, a good one.
Okay, all
Black
right.
lives matter. That's all I got to say.
Well, y'all stay tuned
Yeah.
for that. You know what I'm saying? J-Bo comes in every week and represent with that
Oh, man.
to the fullest. How about you, Brother Banks? Last but not least, my pal, my friend on deck. How are you, good sir?
I'm feeling a little mannish. That's all. Just feeling a little mannish.
Oh,
today.
man. Is there a day that goes by where you're not?
Shit, I don't know.
Well, okay.
You know, probably, September the 28th, 1972 was the last day that I wasn't managed.
Yeah,
The day
so
before I was born.
for the most part, right.
Pretty much.
For the most part, then you're always that guy.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be here, man. Rocking and rolling, man. Ready to sit down with my peep, bring a hell of a show to everybody out there in the no name land. Ready to kick this thing off, man. Get home and beat my child. But that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that.
You ain't lay hands on them.
Oh my God. Hey man, they 17 and they tripping.
Sometimes you need a good beating before you leave the
man,
house.
Nah, I love my baby boy, man. It's just what it is, man. We gotta sit down and have a conversation. But yeah, man, other than that, man, crazy week, man. Crazy week. Protest, George Floyd, police brutality, amongst other things we'll talk about tonight on the show. We'll also get into a relationship segment where nobody gives better relationship advice than the No Name panel. We got you covered.
We've been through it all.
And so
Studio life. Don't worry
but
about
everything
that.
here 100 around here. You
Better
got-
believe it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know.
We cooking for real up in here every
Yeah,
week.
Every week somebody do something crazy on this set. But other than that, man, we're gonna talk about a little bit about Dump the Dump and what he's done up in DC and get this thing rocking and rolling. But we're gonna do it how we do it each and every week. We start off try to get this show in a highly favored situation because who knows the kind of foolery that may come out of our mouth. So we'll start off with our guy Deacon J-Bo and the inspirational swagger.
Hey, I'm back again. Once again, welcome to the show. If you just tuning in, you right on time with your favorite crew at the table.
He's smoking doing the inspirational swagger. He know that ain't what. But I promise you it's something wrong.
It's okay.
with him
I'm
today.
gonna
He
give him
is
a pass,
off today.
I'm gonna
I
give him.
promise he off today.
I'm gonna give him a pass. Hey,
I do this. I do the same thing every week.
No,
man.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I
see?
do. I promise you, I do.
We
All you
gonna
gotta do
go
is look
back
at
and
the
watch
tape.
tape.
I
He ain't
always smoke
smoking-
and drink. If they
Doing
can
the
drink during
inspirational
communion, yeah, they
No, you don't.
They drink. Yes, I
We
do.
always say the same thing. Now
You
we can
said
turn
it,
up.
but I still do what I do.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Man, they
Just
drank
don't
during-
try to control
Y'all
it.
just say they drank during communion.
This-
In the real communion, they had real wine.
well. This inspirational swagger is sponsored by King's Broadcasting Studio and brought to yours, your true only J-Bo. Here we go. I am an invisible man. I am a man of substance, of flesh and bone, fiber and liquids. And I might even be said to possess a mind. I am invisible, understand, by people refuse to see me. Us black men, we are not fighting for integration. Now, nor are we fighting for separation. We're fighting for recognition as human beings.
One more time, big brother.
The last part.
The last part.
No integration, no separation.
Hey, we're not fighting for
Integration.
integration, nor are we fighting for separation. We're
right.
fighting for recognition as human beings.
We're only fighting for recognition.
That's all.
As human beings. So we're gonna say it one time. Now we're not fighting for integration.
Nope,
We're not fighting for separation.
not at all.
We're simply fighting to be recognized as human beings. Let the No Name Church say recognize
Recognize
as human beings.
as
human
human
beings.
beings.
That's all we want.
Yes,
Black
sir.
lives
all.
matter.
Always.
Black lives
Always
matter,
have
y'all.
and always will. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Marissa can put that hand
I
up.
can. and my
Okay.
dad is blacker than you.
All right, then. That is her daddy blacker than me. Her daddy is.
But I tell you what, I'm black and I'm proud. How about that?
Her daddy
Say it
is.
loud.
Hey.
I'm black and I'm proud.
No.
Here's your inspirational swagger mix.
Hey. Come on now. Every word of worship.
One accord. Every praise.
If you're not used to it, get used to it. This is how we start each and every one of our shows.
Hey,
Still smoking. Look at this guy. This heathen down here on the end. This heathen.
hey.
Every praise. Every praise. To our God.
Here we go.
You know he sees you, Mike.
Yeah, I want him to. I want his eyes on me. I know everything is all right. Keep me in your sight, my dear heavenly
Hey,
Father.
whatever you doing this season,
Yes, sir.
don't do it without me.
Hallelujah. Amen. We praise his holy name. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, so now with that being said, let the fuckery begin.
Grab your drinks, raise them high. It is time for the No Name the podcast, man. Let's
Where my
get it.
glass?
That's right. That's right.
Ain't nobody make me a drink. I don't know how to treat a lady up in here.
So now you a visitor?
No, but I'm a lady.
So now you a visitor.
I'm a lady.
And the last time I checked, you're not in relations with any of these guys up here. So
You
you
don't know what
you got
I
to
do.
fend for yourself. well, hey, let me. You're not in relations with the
I
guy
am
to
not.
your right, so I ain't responsible for making you no damn drink. Hey, let's give a shout out to some of the people that's out here. Miko Taylor is
Please
checking
do.
in.
Please do. What up, Miko?
James Dockery is checking in. My man D.A. Darryl Adams out of DF Dub is checking in. What it do, boy? Cedar Michelle is checking in.
Is she really?
Tawana Dobbs. Hey, Tawana. Yeah, we
What
are
up,
kind of
T-Dog?
crazy, baby girl.
Yeah.
Hey, DeAndre Graham, a.k.a. YPK, is checking in the building real quick. Pam Ogleday is in the house. Hey, P.O.D.
What up, Roger Sims? I see you, bro. Appreciate you checking in with us tonight. All the way out there in Missouri. No, he from KC. Sorry about
Who's
that.
that?
My partner.
Oh, you don't
we
know
served
where you at?
together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You PTSD because you don't know where you at.
What?
Huh?
I said KC.
Oh, you
At first I said Missouri, but nah.
you-
You know they
you-
right next to
right.
each other. You
You
know what I'm
got it.
saying?
Yeah.
You know, that's my
Yeah.
dude, though. How about that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He was over there with me.
You do know Kansas
The nigga
City.
didn't run.
Kansas City.
He didn't run, nigga.
Kansas City is in
He
Missouri.
didn't
though,
run, nigga.
You know Kansas City is in
You were
Missouri,
right
though,
there.
right?
I don't know where it is.
Yo, man.
You said
It's in both of them. You got
How long
Kansas
it take
City,
to get to
Kansas, and you got Kansas City, Missouri. How about
Hey,
that?
let's run it.
All right, then.
Hey,
See what I'm saying?
Gwendolyn Dirty
Try to
Bird.
check me
Hey,
on my
love.
motherfucking geography. You Queen's English ass motherfucker.
Hey, man, what you drink today?
What are you drinking?
ain't started
Goddamn.
yet.
Like you checking papers and shit, man. Goddamn.
He didn't run no bell.
He didn't motherfucking run. That's my guy. All the way from Paseo High School. We used to
Hey.
argue and shit when we was out there in the desert. Desert Storm. Maze High against Paseo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Goddamn, boy, we used to go in, but that's my dude, man. Appreciate you
Hey.
joining, man. Y'all start that watch party for real, for real. Help this show go viral, digital. Yo, and we got some relationship tips in this thing tonight, too.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? You know how we always get real grown during that No Name After Dog set. You know, I got that black entertainment piece. I got the beauty, No Name Beauty of the Day. Stay tuned for that. So, hey, back to your regular scheduled program, ATL Hope.
All right, so good people, listen, man. As usual, there is no sports this week. So what we'll tell you is real quick and real easy. Tune in Wednesday at 8 p.m. for the Petty Sports with your man, Raphael Sharper, a.k.a. Fax, yours truly, DB, Mike Bizel, and Allegra Miller as we bring you Petty Sports each and every Wednesday here on King's Broadcasting Studio page. Hey, man, let's get into this thing, man, real quick and real heavy. We'll start out with, now, look, so with the murder of George Floyd sparked a nationwide protest, but then some of the stuff that came out, and we as black people, we always look at the cover up when it comes to the police killing one of our own, so the medical examiner initially released a statement that said, George Floyd had significant conditions, including arteriosclerotic, or whatever the hell that is, hypertensive heart disease, and fentanyl intoxication, and a recent methamphetamine use. They also concluded that the death was cardiopulmonary arrest, complicating law enforcement subdual restraint and neck compression. That concluding the death due to heart failure differs from the one reached by an independent medical examiner hired by Attorney Crump and the family. Now, the attorney's thing was quite to the point. Just simply put, a homicide caused by asphyxiation due to neck and back compression that led to the lack of blood flow to the brain, according to the early findings of the examination. The independent examiner also found that the weight that was placed on Floyd's back and neck, coupled with the handcuffs and the position, were contributing factors because of they impaired the ability for Floyd's diaphragm to function properly. They also concluded that the 46-year-old died on site. Do you guys see the Minneapolis Police Department, the DA, and the medical examinations all being kind of in cahoots to kind of cover this thing up?
Absolutely.
And how can two medical examiners, one currently with the state board and the other the former New York City medical examiner hired by the attorney, come up with two different things? And they had to know this was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Attorney Crump ain't no damn. He ain't new to this shit. He true to it.
Exactly.
So they had to know for a fact that this was going to happen. I just would like to get you guys' opinion on, can we trust the system? And then they've also brought in DAs. Actually, the lead DA is the sister here from from Cobb County, I believe.
Yes.
That's heading the investigation as well.
Yeah, down there in Brunswick.
Yes,
Right.
for Aubrey.
Yeah, for Aubrey. She did. I'm sorry. I said I'm got two different things
Yes,
caught
yes,
up.
yes,
You're
yes.
absolutely right. Thank you,
fucking
sir.
with me earlier, but now here you
But
go.
they started that this week,
this
so yeah.
motherfucker right here. Anyway, so do you guys feel like he can get a fair shake from the Minneapolis DA's office and also from police department? We've seen some cover up in recent history already. So you think it's going to happen here as well?
Well, there's always been a cover up when it comes to DAs. You know what I'm saying, investigating their officers that they work hand in hand with and bringing about criminal cases every day. You know what I'm saying? So right now, shit is a little different in this climate. With the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter and so forth, and a lot of people in the uproar with what's going on out here in the country. It's a worldwide protest. So I believe right now, things will be different. You know what I'm saying? There is a light being shed upon a lot of these DAs and prosecutors that are looking into these police brutality and excessive force cases. So it will not be business as usual, in my opinion. The fact, like you alluded to a moment ago, with the prosecutor here from Cobb County going and being tapped by the governor to go down to Brunswick to investigate that case, they started getting results immediately with that DA or her being the prosecutor and the GBI being in on that, as opposed to what didn't take place the prior 2-3 months before that. So the same thing in Minneapolis. They're already talking. The city council just voted to disband the whole fucking police force.
Did they vote
They
in
voted
favor of that?
Yes,
Yes,
they
they
did
should.
unanimously, veto
Yeah.
proof.
Wow.
Veto proof. So they're
Yeah.
going to go ahead and dismantle that whole police force and bring about something something totally different to where they feel like the citizens will be protected and not victimized by the boys in blue.
Now that's sweeping reform there. That there is a step in the right direction.
And they're calling for that across L.A., New York, the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know how it will go over in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. That police force, the union in New York is very, very strong. So stay tuned for that. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have some changes coming forth.
Now here's a key down. If you disband a police force like that, are you firing the rank and file, or are you simply getting rid of those that are at the top of this thing? Because if you do that, you got a lot of people that's going to lose, their police pension, things of that nature, and it could cause a huge disruption in the civil unrest in that city. As not like it hadn't already done so in the first place. And I'm not saying that it doesn't need some reform, but it's very difficult to say we're going to disband the entire police force and then we're going to start off from scratch and hiring everybody from day one.
I got it.
Like there has to be a lot of go into that.
I got a question. You know, when I was looking back at the video this week, and you know, speaking of the autopsy and stuff, what I'm trying to figure out the EMTs that came and showed up, they were dressed like they were police.
So that's another conspiracy piece of it, right? Like, you know, you show these cats show up,
2-3 times,
and they got on basically like sheriffs. They got weapons on them, and they show up, and they just basically pick the body up. So that's another conspiracy theory that's out there. That, hey, man, when the police show up in EMT,
I'm talking about they ain't have no medical bag, they ain't check his pulse or nothing. Let me just drag them on the stretcher.
Oh, so we need to investigate who these people are then.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be part of it too, J-Bo. And you know, part of that, you know, when you got video coverage of it, it changes the entire thing. Now, in the past, it had not.
Right.
But hopefully now, when you got unrefutable evidence of, you know, some wrongdoing at the hands of police, this should be open and shut.
Yeah,
you know, it really truly should be, and it'll send a huge signal to those who choose to brutalize, you know, minorities and people of color just because you have a badge.
Hey, and thank God for technology these days.
Yeah.
Like I said, they been getting away with this shit.
Because had it not been there, you know, guess what? It'd have just been, he was resisting arrest, this, that, and the officers feared for their lives or whatever, and we had to do this, that, and the third. I mean, police brutality is nothing new, right?
No, it ain't.
If you grew up here in Atlanta, you grew up in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, you had the Red Dog.
Red Dog.
You know, and their moniker was run every drug dealer out of Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Listen, they didn't play no damn games. Period, point blank. They coming to a party where you at.
But when they came, you already know it.
Get down. Yep. You get one shot to get down. After that, you catching the butt of the 12 gauge. You getting dropped. You getting hit. You getting punched. You getting kicked. That shit, and they ain't give a damn. Zip tie your ass right down the ground. That's where you stand.
Sometimes when they come and hit, like they just want to come in and bust something up, like illegal activities. They'll just swoop in, and all they'll say on the way out is Red Dog.
Let's stop here for a second.
They gone.
That damn van,
like a thief in the night.
That little van jump out the sliding door hit, man. Listen.
I'm a little scarred behind this.
You want to talk about?
My partner used to work for the Red Dog. He pretty cool though, you know, outside the uniform. You know, we hung out and stuff. But yeah, he told me, he was like, yeah, that's how we get down. You know, when we come, you already know what time it is.
This is. I'll read a little portion of what was published today. This just happened today. Minneapolis City Council on Sunday voted to disband its police department and invest in community-based public safety programs following calls from activists to defund the police in wake of George Floyd's death at the hands of at the hands of Minneapolis police officers. I won't say death, I call it murder. I'll replace death with murder.
But then you can't read a statement and then make it.
Well, okay, well, you know what I'm saying. Your Queen's
what is
English,
this?
your Queen's English ass.
It's our media obligation.
Yeah,
when you said we'll read a statement from.
Yeah, okay, and I'm taking
that
exception to that.
This
you want to remake the goddamn
my quote.
statement.
How about that? My quote, unquote. How about that? In the unquote,
This.
in the wake of George Floyd's murder, quote, at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. And it's not funny. I hate to even try to make light of that, but this is what's going on in Minneapolis. They are dead serious about trying to make changes for the people to, you know what I'm saying, feel like they can bring in a force, an entity that everybody feels safe and comfortable. You know what I'm saying, without being, like I say, victimized. You don't want to be victimized from somebody you pay taxes and their salary to. I don't pay my taxes to be victimized by you.
Right.
I want to feel like, hey, you're protecting and serving me. You know what I mean? Not your own self-interest and whatever organizations you may deal with. They need to do a better job about vetting these guys. Even this guy here, Chauvin, you know, he had the hat on one of his Facebook posts. A lot of people didn't read it as closely as I did, but if I remember reading it correctly, it didn't say "Make America Great Again." It said "Make America White Again." That's the verbiage I remember seeing on that hat.
I thought that might have been an internet.
Okay, I was just
Make America Great Again.
I was getting ready to say it could have been somebody out there that did some video.
Media obligation.
Media obligation. Yeah. So things like this is going on across the nation, man, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I feel like right now, the nation is at a precipice. You know what I'm saying? SAT word, ladies and gentlemen.
Preface.
To bring about something new and overdue that we've been long awaiting. And not just black people are on board. This is across a lot of different cultures and ethnicities in the country. So that's really heartwarming and good to see. You know what I'm saying? We're not in this alone, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that have a vested interest in seeing the boys in blue live up to what they're supposed to be doing and not brutalizing or police brutality and using excessive force.
Well, you know that term protect and serve, right? Protect and serve. It's real simple. Protect and serve. You're here to protect the community and serve those individuals that contribute to your pay. It's just that simple. But when you take that piece and you run with it and you feel like you're an overseer over a certain group of people, but now you show this extreme courtesy to another group of people, that's foolishness. Now, I don't care if you feel in your heart that this neighborhood here is, seated with a bunch of criminal activity that I understand that. But everybody in that neighborhood is not a criminal.
Right.
And until I show you my intent as a criminal, and you treat me as such, you treat me as a citizen of that community and that of the United States, that you should abide by the oath in which you've taken. Yeah. It's just that simple. We looked at it. James One Love say, he know all about them red dogs. Man, if you grew up here, shit, they didn't give a damn. You standing on the wrong street corner at the wrong time, eat some juju beads, you might get your shit split. And they get up and get the fuck on. They don't give a damn.
On God.
Yeah, like, hey, they don't give a damn. And that was police brutality back then.
Yeah.
That's right.
So somebody must have disbanded them.
Oh yeah, they got
hey, and shoot, hey.
The climate change.
Hey, the climate change, and like you said, technology is better now because you're like back then, hey, especially was at night, hey, they ain't gonna get you right up on the street light. They gonna push your ass to the back where there ain't no light in the parking lot.
And wear your ass the fuck
It's my
out.
word against yours.
That ain't how he slipped and fell.
Yep.
I.e., the 75-year-old man in Buffalo, where he was standing there, and they say it looks like he may have been asking questions or whatnot, and then the two guys pushed him, and he bust his head open, and started bleeding from the ear, and they just walked over him, man. But the initial report says that some officers tripped and fell and bumped into him. Like, that's the cover up. That's the bullshit. When you got a camera that's sitting right there that shows your officers were the aggressors, and you basically push and attack this guy, this is the shit that leads to the civil unrest here. And no matter what happens, no matter how we look at it, no matter what's said, until they start answering these questions and this quote unquote blue shield or blue line that you don't cross get addressed, and you start rooting out these bad apples, shit's gonna get worse, man. It's really gonna get worse, and I hate for it, but it's one of those things that we wish that we can have a peaceful movement on that. And and speaking of peace, George Floyd's brother, called for an end to violence. He said that his brother wouldn't agree with it and it wouldn't bring his brother back.
Hold tight before you go full throttle on that right there. I just want to let the people know we're playing the video on the screen. It's a 17-minute video showing from beginning to end how this whole thing, you get a different look outside of the 8 minutes and 46 seconds video that we've all become familiar with. This is the whole 17-minute video that's been playing before you, to where you can see what happened from the very beginning until the end. So if you pay close attention, you can see that down at on the bottom of the screen, and follow along with that as well. And give us your comments as you watch it. You can also call in to 678
871
9602
678-871-9602. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the no name line that you can call in and get at us. Stay with us in the chat room, and we'll try to keep up with some of your comments and read them as we see. But go ahead, Banks. Sorry about that, sir.
Hey, no worries at all. So definitely take a look at it, man. It's one of those things where you get an uncut view of it from many different camera angles, and brought to you by King's Broadcasting, the voice of the people.
Yeah,
Hey.
petty man behind the ones and twos doing his thing.
Wait a minute.
So here it is, right? So George Floyd's brothers actually, asked people to quell the violence and get out in peaceful protest, but also exercise your right to vote. And we a lot of time, Mike Bell has said it. We said it here on the panel that all the people that are out here protesting, if you get out here and register to vote,
Yes.
we can definitely affect some changes in the upcoming election.
Which is Tuesday. This Tuesday
for
for
the state
Atlanta.
of Georgia, correct?
Yeah.
Now you had several months because of the COVID-19 to get out and vote. So now
Get your shit
from
together,
March
man.
27th, I believe, to now June 9th, you have the opportunity to get out there and vote. Get out there and make yourself heard, man. My 17-year-old will be going out to vote for the first time since he'll be 18 by the time the November election takes place.
Okay.
So, it's a proud moment for me to
Yes.
get out and stand in that line with him and allow him to exercise his right that so many gave their lives for and their energy and their heartfelt protest to give him that ability to have his voice heard. So it's a good thing for us as well.
I
My boy, Proud Pops.
Yeah,
For
all day long.
How do you feel about some people not necessarily agreeing with some of the celebrations that are taking place during the marches and the protests? You know how they
Like doing
stop
the electric slide and stuff.
that kind of thing. And before I make my comment, what do you guys think? What you think about that, J-Bo?
It's a celebration.
Okay.
It's understood don't have to be explained. You'll understand how we feel being black. So yeah, it's a celebration.
Marissa.
I mean, if that's the way they want to express themselves protesting, that they're free to do that. And I'm glad that they're doing it in a more positive way than negative way. So,
Yeah, and I can appreciate. Go ahead, J-Bo.
I just want to bring this up. I felt like if we went down, who all went down to state capitol, protest. It had been a peaceful protest. Wasn't nothing gonna happen. So we had to show our ass.
Well, I
We
mean,
get some immediate attention and.
So part of that, I get what you're saying because the riots were there, but like this week, there were video came out with the Georgia National Guards doing the electric slide with some of the protesters.
yeah.
So here it is, celebration, exalting via dance, song, or yelling or what have you, has been a part of the African American culture for years, right?
Yeah.
And if everybody can come together and take a knee, you had police officers, guys in blue marching with them. You had a guy, the police chief in Flint, put down his riot shield and march with the people and take questions. All it does is shows that, hey, man, these guys, these brothers and sisters in the military, the National Guard, and also those that we have that are, the boys in blue, they're human. They're just from the same communities we're from.
Right.
They're doing the same. They feel the same thing that we feel outside of their uniform, but they happen to be doing a job.
There you go.
Now, you don't necessarily have to do that job, and make your people feel a certain way. So you can empathize with the people, and you can let them know, hey, man, I feel what you feel, because inside that uniform, you're still a human being.
Yeah.
Right.
You still, once you take off the green, the camo, or the blue, or the shield, you're still a black man in America.
right.
It's just like, Jay-Z said, you're still a nigga in a coupe. It's what it is. So it doesn't matter. So you understand the plight of the people.
Right.
So for you to be able to connect with somebody and somebody be able to connect with you, it shows that everybody is not the asshole that's out here doing it because they feel like they got some power over you.
Yeah, and you heard some of the Atlanta police, black and white, they weren't with the killing, so they were with us.
Yeah. So understand, we got family members, we got friends that are all law enforcement. And they'll tell you to a T, there are some bad apples out there. Now whether or not they're the ones to stand up and say, hey, man, Officer Jones is a fucked up officer. He doesn't need to be in uniform.
Yeah.
That's something totally different. But you do know when you see them outside of uniform, you interact with them, that they're not that asshole that's out here doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So you gotta empathize with them. You gotta also understand that, man, that's a tough role for them to be in.
Yeah.
It's just like being a parent. Sometimes you want your child to have certain things, but you want I can't do it. I can't be the complete asshole, but I gotta be stern in this situation.
Yeah.
And it takes temperance and balance, right?
I see. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I saw some of the National Guardsmen and police force people actually, while they were posted up at their little stations, you know what I'm saying, singing some of the chants.
Yeah, you were
know
down
what
there
I'm saying?
protesting, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you were there.
Yeah, me and my youngins, you know what I'm saying, Malik.
You took a whole, you took a
You took a crew with you.
multi-generational.
I was like, they ain't invite me.
I had that. They got next. That's what I call them. They got
There it
next.
is.
They got
Okay,
next.
that's what I'm talking about.
The world leaders of tomorrow. I had my daughter. I had my two sons, Malik and Mikai. I'll mention her name, Mikhail. I had Allegra from Petty Sports. I had her brother Quentin.
Oh, wow.
I had my nephew Shamari and myself. You know, and we went down Thursday. We started out at the King Center, and we marched all the way to the state capitol and back to the King Center. It's almost like just shy of 4 miles. And
that was a good workout.
we started at about 10:30, 10:45, and we may have finished up probably around a little after 1. And it was very, very inspirational. It was a different vibe and feeling. I think they really did enjoy it. And that's what I told, and what the conversation that we have is that's just one part of a movement. That's not end all and be all. You know, it's a lot of different parts to this machine to bring about change. You have to vote, like we just mentioned. You have to be engaged in the political process after you vote. You have to do things to bring about awareness to some of the issues that are bothering you and your community if you want to bring about change. You know, a lot of people, even with the dancing, like I brought up and I asked you guys initially, I don't have a problem with it because it is a celebration. What I don't want to happen is I don't want to see no twerking and all that kind of stuff to where it turn ghetto.
this ain't no
Always
twerking.
start out good.
I'm gonna stop you right
Hold
there.
on, hold on, man. I didn't stop you, sir. So let me finish. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. Whoa.
That's a tool of them.
Whoa. Okay, I would say ratchet. I'll change ghetto to ratchet. I don't want to see ratchetness out there, and I don't think that's where this is going by far, because the energy that I felt when we were doing the protest, we had people to stop and dance.
Did you
and
dance?
it didn't. No.
Oh. You didn't even electric slide.
I did the chants and I had my sign. You know, I was a participant in all facets except for dancing. But I'm very encouraged to see, even like I said, some of the officers engaging in that process, because this is one of the changes that we want to see come about.
Right.
Community policing, and you're not a part of the community if you can't engage in some of what we're doing. And we had police escorts. You know, they weren't there to harass us or anything. When they started out with us at the beginning, from beginning to end, there and back throughout the whole protest. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the people concerned about the violence and so forth, this was a peaceful protest. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you guys last week, I'm on the side of the liberators.
Oh.
You know, people are saying you going around town violating property and destroying things. For me, I don't want to see it, and I'm not going to advocate for people to destroy property, but that's not our shit. You know, and I say that. You know what I'm saying? That if it was ours, that would be totally different. And that's part of what's going on here about some of the debate, you know what I'm saying, with the economic equality piece of it, because that's a huge part of the discussion and the debate that should be a part of what's moving forward. The economic disparities in our communities. You know what I'm saying? They teach us to be 100% consumers. You know what I'm saying? So when they go out and destroy these properties, these businesses will be made whole because they're insured. They're going to claim everything being destroyed. They'll be made whole with no problem. But if we own these businesses in our community, our so-called communities, this wouldn't take place. So I don't really feel so too bad about a lot of these businesses that are losing out, because they'll be made whole. But what I do want to see moving forward is people of color, brown, black, and so forth, owning some of these businesses in our communities. You know what I'm saying? That way we have a vested interest into seeing things not destroyed and having some pride in what's there. And that's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Of course, throughout the whole melee of it all, you're going to have people that do things ill-advised. Yeah. And that's just a part of the process and moving forward to bring about change. But, hey, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the peaceful protest, and I'm with the liberators doing what they're doing.
That doesn't make any sense though.
Well, I mean,
Like
that.
I mean, because
Speak
it's
on
not
it.
your
Speak on it.
business, you don't care about it.
No, well, when I say businesses, I mean in places like Targets, your big name businesses that we
There's
probably
some people
can't.
that couldn't even go to work because of it.
That's fine, but they'll
That's
be
how
made
they make
whole.
money and
They
feed their
will
kids.
be made whole. That's my point. A lot of people
Let her-
not
They
working
can't
right.
claim insurance.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
They can't even
I mean,
go
ma'am.
coronavirus and then this. They can't even go back to work. So
people won't even open
every
back up.
action is a reaction. So just because you can't see exactly what it's affecting, it's still someone of color that's being affected by it.
People even not of color, but what I'm saying is there will always be casualties of war, good and bad. That's just the nature of the beast. And I'm not saying I'm promoting people going out destroying property and businesses and so forth, but that's just a part of it. Like the good suffer with the bad, I guess I'm trying to say.
But that good stuff with the bad is almost like saying community policing, where you say all black people are evil and the good suffer with the bad. Now,
That's just like what Trina
Yes.
when she said everybody was animals because they looted her friend's
friends,
business.
that's right.
All right, so but here it
And
is
she
now.
got a lot of flack
She
behind
did.
it.
and she came back and retracted her
listen.
statement and
But she
gave more
prob-
clarity.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though, right? When it hits personal, it hits personal, right?
Right.
And you understand that. But here, none of that overshadows the fact that a man lost his life.
right.
right.
See, these businesses, so what Mike is saying, these businesses can be made whole again. You can't make George Floyd whole again. And see, but when you see it, and had it been swift justice
That's right.
in George Floyd's honor,
Would've made a
them guys
difference.
been arrested,
That's
they've
right.
been locked. Hey, man, none of this would have
That's
happened.
right.
But guess what the coverage
okay,
was?
okay.
The coverage was about looters
I understand,
going out.
but-
They didn't talk about George Floyd for
That's
a
the
week
narrative
because they talked about the looted
That's the
Target
narrative that
and
they want to
everything else.
spin.
But they
See,
failed in trying to control that narrative because this is a worldwide movement.
Yeah.
So regardless of what they're saying, trying to highlight the looters and what they're doing to distract people,
foreign
right
newscasters
now,
are right there, out there looking at this and broadcasting what they see
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
See, the media spin is one thing, right? We all know what it is.
Right.
So, we control the media. We control the mindset of people.
Yeah.
So CNN, Fox, and all these guys got, contrarian views about certain things, and they all pump that. It's not really objective, but they want to make you feel like it's objective because they want to control your narrative, your thought process, how you see things.
Right.
Because that boob tube that we got out there that we constantly pumping in our head with this information, then you begin to think that. You begin to feel that way. That's why you got people out here now that's like, well, black people's gotten enough of all this because Fox has pumped that shit out there. And that's all they listen to. They listen to that talk radio shit and they listen to that, and instead of getting out there being educated or even just having a conversation. Because the minute you try to have a conversation about, hey, equality, this, that, and the third, or police brutality, they want to bring up something else because that's part of the conversation that makes them goddamn uncomfortable, i.e. Drew Brees. They asked Drew Brees about the damn protest and all this, and he brought up the damn flag. Reason being, because now when you talk about the protest, you got to talk about the inequality of the black man. Yeah. You got to talk about how police brutality takes hold of the black communities more than it takes hold of him. Right. But instead of him being a man about it and saying, hey, you know what? It's fucked up. His life should not have been taken. Police are wrong. I stand with, my grandfather fought for this country, and I feel very disrespectful. When anybody disrespect the flag, who the fuck was talking about the flag? And then you bring up the fact that and then you bring up the fact, like you said, hey, I'm talking about World War I or World War II. There was plenty of black guys that fought alongside your grandfather only to come back home to be secondhand citizens, fought for the freedom of other people in other countries to come back here and be secondhand citizens. See, that's what happens when white America want to deflect.
Right. And not only secondhand citizens, when we came back home, people of color came back home after those wars, they were lynched and murdered for wearing their damn uniform. We just fought for this country for some of these same rights you're vilifying me for. Really? Is this what's going on here? We fought in the Revolutionary War. We did a lot. The World War II, World War I, and all that. I was with my dad last night, right? And my great-grandfather, or my grandfather, his dad, he mentioned the story that, and this was my first time hearing it. He was like, look, man, my dad told me, because he served in World War II. He said, my dad said when he was in World War II and they stormed the beaches of Normandy, those guys were so hateful, had such a white supremacist mindset, they wouldn't even allow these guys to get off of those. What do you call them when they pull up on the shore in those little boats?
Yeah, the personnel PT boats.
Yeah.
The personnel transport.
The PT boats. He said they made the black people stay on the fucking transporters while the white people rushed the damn beaches.
Wow.
Let their ass get lit up.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
fortunately, my granddad was one that made it home because of that.
But
Good.
think about it like this, though. Just think about how you got to be that. No, I got to get out before you because I'm going to be the hero.
Right.
But run your little dumb ass on over.
exactly.
And that part of the thing, like, you do shit that's detrimental to yourself only to say I'm better than this guy over here. That's the dumb part about it. That's the asinine part about it.
Right.
My man James One Love said, hey, it's always too late to retract the comments that you make. You're absolutely right. When you speak at first, you're speaking from your heart.
Right.
So you speaking from what granddaddy, grandmama, mom, and daddy taught me. And that's what you speaking from. But you're so comfortable in speaking that way that you didn't even give thought to what you about to goddamn say. Like, that's the crazy part behind this shit. You didn't even give thought behind what you were about to say. And so it came out your mouth and you got all this backlash. Hey, Pamela, how you doing? They try to control the narrative with the last protest. This time, the new generation redirect the narrative back to the issues at hand. Kudos to the movement. You are absolutely right, Pam. And that's what these young cats are doing, like Mike Bell said, the next generation. And the ability to have foreign news broadcasting here that's not under the control of the U.S. government and the political powers that may be. They're broadcasting the truth all around the world.
Right.
Hence, you are seeing people all over in Dublin, Paris, London, Africa, all of them protesting police brutality here in the United States. Like, think about it for a second. That you got a superpower that's all over the world telling people about human rights issues. Doing this, we sticking our hand in this neck of the woods, this part of the world, this part, and you got this shit rooting in your backyard.
That's right.
That's bitten rooting.
That's right.
The ice cream maker Ben and Jerry said, man, racism and inequality has been something that the white America has yet to want to address.
Right.
It's Ben and Jerry.
That's right.
They make fucking ice cream.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, if they can come out and say it, that's just about as white as you can goddamn get as Ben and goddamn Jerry.
Man, they hit it out the park. I love that statement they made, that they made as a company and a corporation. They took a no holds barred approach and really went in and kept it 100. I appreciate it, man. I wish I ate ice cream.
I know, like I was like, shit, I might go buy a pint of Ben and Jerry just off the fucking rip.
I have been seeing a lot of, I guess, advertisements of companies just kind of endorsing the Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff, and I just kind of felt a lot of it was corporate.
Some of it is, but
okay, let's get on the bandwagon and
it's
address
convenient.
this issue.
It is convenient.
But
If we
everybody
don't
can't
address it, nobody's going to eat Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Everybody can't be Nike.
I thought Ben and Jerry was black.
Hey, Nike Nike stood tall, and they've been standing tall behind Cap and what he's doing, and so on and so forth. But while we get in that, man, we're gonna bring up a good note about the protest and all that. But let's pay some bills real quick, Mike Bell.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight here at No Name the Podcast. We really appreciate you joining us tonight. This show is brought to you by Kings Broadcasting Studios. We are drinking good. I'm drinking on Woodford Reserve tonight. And I have a Catch 22 by Drew Estate. Rocky Patel tonight. Smoking really, really good. Start that watch party. Thank you for everybody that has already started a watch party. If you haven't, do so. Go to our different pages. Kings Broadcasting, No Name the Podcast. We're all over. YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook of Face, all that good stuff, man. Go to www.kingsbroadcasting.com. You can hit that Post 880 radio link. Hear us there also. Share the show. Help it go digital and viral. Get at us in the chat room. Hit those thumbs up, those emojis. You know what I'm saying? This is a show for you guys. Without no you, there is no us. We really appreciate you joining us. You could have been anywhere else in the world tonight, but you right here at the table with us. We're discussing a really, really hot, sensitive topic. The whole world is in the grips and enthralled about what's going on right here in the wake of the George Floyd death. We have much more moving forward, going ahead with this show. And once again, I will extend the show. We will go past 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So we're not pressed for time. We're really eager to hear what you have to say about it, to express yourself about what's taking place. If you participated in any of the events of the protest or whatever you may have done, you know what I'm saying, in your local township or city or whatever, to help bring about change, whether you registered voters, you went out and fed people, whatever, you know what I'm saying, just get at us, let us know everything that's going on, and we really appreciate it. We got other shows on the platforms as well. We got 808 on the Beat Fridays with D Bizzle, Q Smooth. That's a hip-hop show, so if you really like hip-hop, they come with that southern flavor. They're highlighting artists that you don't normally hear about on the radios normally, and get that real superstardom airtime like some of your bigger names, if you will. So check them out on Fridays at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Right now we have No Name the Podcast on Sundays. You know about us. Petty Sports on Wednesdays. You got Watch for the Hook that appears on Thursdays. So check them out. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell on YouTube, Facebook, all of that. Instagram, we all over the place, man. So when we go hot, you know to tune in, because we going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your big boy pants and big girl drawers on to come in here and fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? We really, really do what we do, and we give zero fucks. We keep this shit 100, for real, for real. No cap. You know what I'm talking about?
No cap means lie, right?
Hey, man, so, I mean, like,
no cap.
Thank you for joining the show. We really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot when you tune in here with us, man. You get entertained. You get your spiritual enlightenment and upliftment right there at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So you get financial education, you know. So we try to cover a lot, and it's a little bit for everybody, and we really appreciate it. Hit that donate button when you go to www.kingsbroadcasting.com. We take all donations. No donation is too small. Thank you for everybody that has donated, and everybody who will in advance. You know what I'm saying? Start your own podcast show here at Kings Broadcast and get at us. Hit us. Drop us a line in the email. We get at you, you know what I'm saying? We can talk numbers. You want to advertise your business,
We can make
we
you
do
famous.
that too. We can make you famous, for real, for real. You know what I'm talking about? For a small fee, of course. You know what I'm saying? So get at us. You know, we got a lot going on. We really appreciate what you're doing. Stay tuned for Petty Man, the podcast. King Broadcasting, we doing it big. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you for Petty Man and all that he do to help bring forth a good quality product for you guys, man. And ATL, hold back to the regularly scheduled program.
Yes. So listen, man, we all are aware of the plight of the 2020 graduates this year, and what COVID-19, coronavirus, however you want to look at it, has played on the graduation status of a lot of cats. Over the last couple of days, last week, we started to see more and more pictures of people actually walking across the stage, right? But this one young guy, and I'll take my hat off to him, man, decided to take his protest to a whole nother level. Devontae Joseph, 17-year-old from St. Paul, Minnesota, calling for justice after the death of George Floyd. Instead of a mask and protective gear, this 17-year-old wore his cap and gown and went out in the middle of the protest one Thursday night and took his cap and gown pictures out there, man. Joseph, took a bold statement as a kid that's affected by the virus, from a community and a world standpoint, but also from the protest, right? To show that, hey, man, I'm a strong young black man. I graduated. I made my commitment. I graduated from high school, and I wanted to wear my cap and gown out here in public.
Yep.
He just, in his statement, he said he just wanted to show people like him are reaching their goals. So shout out to this young man, this young trooper, this guy that, like Mike said, got next up.
Yep.
For going out, taking that photo, and man, we salute you here. No Name the Podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, Devontae Joseph.
Good job.
You are the next up, my brother.
Congratulations, my brother.
Yeah, young world leader, we really appreciate it, man.
Yes.
Way to represent, big guy.
There it is, man. Listen, so with that being said, man, and that's a pretty bold statement from a young kid, man. To go out and do it. He didn't do it in order, any hopes to try to go viral, nothing like that. He did it because that's what he wanted to do.
Right.
And he wasn't even aware that the photo had taken off like it had taken off. He wasn't even aware. Somebody actually contacted him, a classmate of his contacted him and said, hey, man, my uncle is talking about your picture that you took last night, da-da-da-da-da. Then all of a sudden, CNN reached out to him, and a lot of the world media reached out to him and so forth. It actually, when you see that photo and you look out here on it, man, it's a bold statement from a 17-year-old, man. So I really want to, send a huge shout out to that kid, man, for doing such a big thing, man, and being strong enough and proud of himself to do that. So
Absolutely.
shout out to you, young. Yeah.
You'll probably. So, how long do you think the protesting will go on?
That's a great question. So I think the shift has kind of gone from the rioting and so on and so forth to more peaceful protest. Yeah. But even with the peaceful protesting, right? You look at it and you say, even in our the state capitol, Washington, shit, Dumpty Dump up there is even ordering the state police or the park police service over there to turn on peaceful protesters.
Yeah.
Like
helicopters flying below the 400 feet deck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
To show of force.
Yeah,
and to do all that. So when you ask that question, I think as long as necessary, right? When you look at it, your right to peacefully assemble and protest is, your right via the Constitution. So you should be able to do that, and you got a president that's violating that for a damn photo op.
And a lot of his military personnel are coming out against him in light of all of that. So I think the tide is starting to turn against Trump right now. At this time, you had Colin Powell come out today and endorse him. Oh, no. Colin Powell, take that back. Colin Powell came out today and endorsed Joe Biden as his president for moving forward in the 2020 election. Okay. That's who he rolling with and who he riding with. So,
right,
things are changing. Trump is doing a lot of things to violate the Constitution.
As always.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Take that outside right there. You go around that way. There you go, sugar. Yeah, so, Trump really has to reevaluate what he's doing. I don't really think he give two shits one way or the other. He's all about himself. But things are changing, and I think the protests will continue to move forward until people see meaningful change being brought in these different cities across this country.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Last night, you saw some of the largest numbers yet across the country in these different cities.
Yeah.
And here we are 2 weeks in for the most part, and they still growing strong, showing no signs of letting up. In spite of the curfews and so forth. So a lot of the
140 cities, over 150 cities.
A lot of the curfews have been lifted because the protests are turning peaceful. Yeah. So now
I heard because they showed up to a house.
Well, whatever the case may be, what they're seeing now is because you have a lot of the protesters standing up and saying, hey, you're not going to do this and violate property and destroy things. That's not what we're here for. Yeah. So in that regard, a lot of people are starting to change that narrative to where people are saying, no, this is what we're looking for out of this. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to destroy property. We're about change, meaningful change. We're about police reform. We're about prison reform. We're about economic equality. That piece is more important than anything. That economic piece I don't want to see disappear in this whole debate and protest out of it all. That's the most important because you can't affect change if you don't have economic power. Like I said, here in our community as blacks and brown people in this country, they teach us to be 100% consumers. They don't teach us they don't teach us how to have ownership and come up in the bigger picture and have a real ability to affect change and to affect the political process. They tell us to vote, but at the same time, they're undermining our vote because the politicians are going for the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even if we can't afford to buy a politician, maybe we can rent one for a little while until we got them.
Well, so gerrymandering and
if you get people out to vote in numbers, you'll beat the gerrymandering.
Well, not necessarily now.
Yes, sir.
And here's the reason why, right? Because part of that political and judicial system where they draw the lines to say you got the same amount of people, but it may include, prisons and all that, and they count them into your census and all that. Prisoners that may be outside of their own home area, they go out and they'll be in the area and say, well, this part of this district, we'll cut this in, but they can't vote. But the head count is still the same. So that's part of the issue right there. So on the Georgia ballot, there's actually a
couple of 2 or 3 questions.
Yeah, on reestablishing your voter rights after you've gone and paid your penance to society, be it going to prison or what have you, being able to reestablish your voter rights. Yes. Because no matter what happens, you're still a citizen, you're still a man. If you're able to go to prison and you were released, You should
serve
be able,
your time.
Yeah, you should be able to vote. You should get your rights back.
I always thought that should be, but it ain't the case.
Yeah, well,
down in
there
Florida.
is something after 10 years of
That's
being released.
bullshit.
No, it is not.
That's that.
No, it is
no.
not.
What I'm saying is, I believe what you're saying.
Can you let her finish your statement?
Okay, I'll let you finish. But what I'm saying when I say that is,
still ain't let her
it's
finish, though. You still ain't let
bullshiggity
her-
because
you-
10 years is garbage.
You still ain't let her finish.
You're saying in reference to the time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
10 years
I
is
agree,
garbage.
but it's 10 years, so they can vote after 10 years.
In certain states or all states?
Well, Georgia.
In Georgia,
I actually
okay.
met somebody that I said, "Oh, I didn't know. I thought that once you were locked up, you couldn't vote."
But then they have to apply for that and they have to
yeah,
petition
and
to get
some,
it. Yeah.
a lot of them don't know that this is even an option.
Right.
I'll give
And
you this
and
example.
It shouldn't even be that long.
I
The
give
day you're released and you fulfill your debt to society, you should have your rights back as a citizen. Now, I'm not saying that you should be able to, go out and purchase a gun legally. That might be another point of contention, right?
Yeah.
But to be able to vote and have a say so in the community in which you've been processed now, and now you are now a helpful citizen back in society. You should get your right to vote back.
Exactly.
Now, in Florida, I'll tell you how dirty the right and the Republicans, I'll call you out by name, your conservative movement, if you will. And then we mentioned this on a few shows ago about how the right is constantly trying to take our votes away. But in Florida in particular, they had on the last ballot in the voting session, maybe 2 voting sessions ago, to reinstate voting rights for people that have served their time for a crime and did time in jail, so forth. So, all right, things looking good. Okay, Florida may be a little more progressive than we thought. So what they did back in the fall, they went back because they don't want those guys to vote, because for the most part, they figure they're going to vote left, leaning the Democratic progressive way.
Correct.
They went in and said, hey, you can vote, but now you got to make sure your fines are paid up.
Yeah.
They made all kind of different stipulations to where, hey, you won't be able to vote like you think you can just walk into that poll. If your fines aren't paid and your probation isn't over with and so forth, no, you cannot vote.
So part of that voter
Basically,
suppression.
keep your ass at home.
So
Yes.
it is, because they understand that once you're hit with a felony, it's harder to find jobs, it's harder to do all
Yes.
this, so it's harder to pay
Yes.
fines, da-da-da.
Right.
So it's part of that as well. So now you have to get out there and you have to be proactive. And here in Georgia, you have the right to vote on that. Now, if they come back with further voter suppression, you have to reach out to your state senator, your congressman, and so forth. Like, hey, man, we ain't gonna let this shit go down.
Right.
And that's how you stay on their necks, you know, and no pun intended, but that's how you stay on them with this shit, and you make sure that you get your voices heard within your community as well.
So voting does matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let people think or tell you that when you cast your vote, it does not make a difference. When you're voting out here, that is one part of the whole pie. There are a lot of different spokes in that wheel to make it work. Your protest, your voting, your political engagement, the economic piece.
You're riding.
You have to be involved economically. If these politicians, for the most part, that are in there right now, if you don't have people that have your interest that you're voting for once they get in office, they're gonna shit on you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna jump ship and go with where the money is.
Yeah.
So for us as a community to understand how the process works and to put that economic piece into the pie for our causes and for what we want to see as far as bringing about change to help our communities progress forward and not be where they are, is a major piece of the puzzle. Economics. Support black, buy black. We talked about the Blackout Tuesday that took place. That was major. And spend with blacks. You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? Keep the money in the community. Spend money where it makes a difference.
So part of that is,
and it's affected, everything. I got a email from Uber Eats and stuff like that, and they saying that they gonna waive the delivery fee on shopping with black restaurants.
okay,
Nice.
black owners.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's part of that. So, part of what Mike is referring to is financial literacy. You know, part of what we do here is we talk about, you know, real estate investment and real estate tips with Marissa. You know, investing in your financial future here as, you know, minorities. We're not necessarily taught that, and we're not necessarily given that opportunity from our forefathers, our grandfathers, and so on and so forth.
Right.
But now you know better, you do better, and you have to get more financial literate in what you're doing with your money, because that is part of what makes this wheel go, right? So we'll talk a little bit more about it. I think in the future, with me being in a new role that I'm doing now from a personal standpoint, it put me in the forefront of this financial literacy race. You know, and understanding the gaps between African Americans and our white counterparts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for every $100 that a white family has in wealth, African Americans have $5.34 in wealth. And that gap is, you know, there's some tools out there to help us get on the other side of that. You know, yes, the social construct that we deal with is flawed. We all know it's flawed.
Right.
But there's some things out there that we can do to be more smart and diligent on our own side.
Yeah.
You know, that'll do that. So we'll definitely commit more to that as a show and as a panel to bring you more of what we do, just like with Marissa and her real estate tips. We'll do a lot of that moving forward. Pam Lowe says the leaders need to sit down with the protesters and listen to evoke change and policy. That is absolutely correct. Promote researching the candidates and not just name recognition. That's also key, Pamela Lowe. We definitely appreciate you, Queen, for checking in and letting us know.
That's
So,
right.
you know, those are some of the things that you can do, and it doesn't take a whole lot. You know, if you ever played football, man, the coach always told you one thing: hustle doesn't require talent.
Yep.
So you get out there and you read and you research these candidates. That does not require anything out of you. It doesn't require you to spend no damn money to do so. Just know who's representing you and who's actually taking your vote and your voice to the Capitol, to the president, and so on and so forth to make these laws and these changes. And that's how you make that thing work, right?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
That's a major
That's
piece
awesome.
of it, man. Economics, if you understand the movement back in the 60s with Dr. King and Malcolm and a lot of those guys, dang, I was getting ready to say the wrong name. What's my man from Haiti?
Marcus Garvey?
Yeah, Marcus Garvey. All those guys died and lost their lives when they started talking about the economic piece. Because that's one of the
Muammar
major
Gaddafi.
keys. The major key, Muammar Gaddafi over in Libya. That's one of the major keys in affecting change. The vote is one thing. Being involved is one thing. Going out protesting is one thing. But your dollar is where the rubber meets the road in actuality. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right.
when you can, that's one of the main veins. When you affect that dollar and that economic piece of it, that's like shooting right into the main vein. You know what I'm saying? You can bypass. That's like going to the front of the line when you at the airport going through TSA. No, you go over there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait in the line.
You got the clear.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You already have that I'm sorry about that. You already have that pass to go to the front of the line when you have that economic piece to it. So that is a major, I keep saying it because it's real.
We know. We heard you.
I mean, it's
But
real.
along with the economic piece, and I've said it on another show, is the ability to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Every law-abiding citizen without a felony, if you're an African American, you can hear my voice, you see this repeat, go out and exercise your Second Amendment and purchase you a legal firearm.
What?
Go out and purchase yourself a legal firearm.
I know two people this week, two different people that went out, spent over $2,000 in guns.
Yes, go out
You have
and
to.
purchase yourself.
Yeah, you have to.
The ability to protect you and yours is at the forefront of all of this. Along with the economic piece, you have to be able to protect
That's
what
right.
you have.
That's right. Because
You know?
if you do know one thing, the oppressor has always promoted carrying weapons and having your Second Amendment rights to have a
Right.
firearm.
And you notice that, hey, there are a lot of groups out here, African American groups, that you can go out, you can search for on Facebook and things of that nature, and all your social media that promote the legal use of African Americans, and also, how to get your concealed weapons permit, how to abide by the rules in your particular state or region when it comes to concealed carry, and so on and so forth. Be respectful, be responsible, but you got to get out there and do that. It is your right to have it. it is your right to do so. I know a lot of people, I don't really believe in guns and this, that, and the third. But if it comes down to it, you got to be able to repair borders.
And take a
Point
class.
blank.
Take a
Yeah,
class
that's
to
what I
learn
was
how to
thinking.
use
I
your
would
firearm
need
and so
Yeah.
forth. You know
And
what I'm
maybe we
saying?
can do it. Maybe
I
we can
always
do
like
that.
to go to the gun range and
Yeah.
at least, you know,
Because I think we
Let 'em hunt
all.
around through
I mean,
your
I
time.
know I'm licensed to carry. J-Bo's licensed to carry. Petty Man is licensed to carry.
Everybody but me.
You know, so I think maybe we can do a class on it as well. Maybe that's an episode, right?
Yeah,
sure.
let's
That's an
go to the
episode
gun
on
range.
how to actually properly apply for your concealed carry permit for the state of Georgia, and you can use that. In a lot of states, people don't realize what we call as the reciprocating states, where you can travel. Like when I was driving here to and from Texas to Georgia, every state I touched was a reciprocating state. So the gun laws that applied here in Georgia actually applied all the way through. So I can conceal carry all the way across the country pretty much. So those are the things that you need to go out there and educate yourself on. Allow yourself, you know, to express your Second Amendment right. Because understand this, the enemy, they got them. They have it. They're training themselves to do it. Take your kid out. Take your kids out and be responsible gun owners about it. You know, understand what this is. To the gangbangers out there.
Maybe
I'ma
we can
say it
all
like
get
now.
together and go to the range on Saturday.
This might not be a popular piece. Now you might have a firearm you obtained illegally, and y'all out there and y'all busting on each other for whatever fucking reason, whatever piece of turf
what?
about the shit you do not
For
own.
what?
If you see some
For
shit
why?
going down
You
in
don't
your
even own the
community,
land you fighting on.
you see some shit going down in your community with police brutality, you ain't
ain't
got to
your
shoot
corner.
nobody. But hey, man,
Yeah.
a show of freaking force.
Yeah.
A show of freaking force that this is not gonna happen on this block because y'all got them. Y'all got the weapons. But instead of your grandmother and the elderly lady being afraid to come out of her house at night because she feel like y'all gonna do something to her, but you'll watch your homeboy get brutalized and manhandled by a cop that's outside of the law, and yet y'all don't do a damn thing about it. Listen, arm yourself and equip yourself with the law. Now, granted, for every bullet you shoot, there's a lawyer attached to it. I'll tell you that in a heartbeat. But I ain't telling you gotta even shoot. Just sometimes it's a show of fucking force will change the heart of men.
You pull that gun out.
If y'all get there, y'all it's 25 y'all and y'all go, hey, get off and y'all all strap up and show the shit, they gonna back the fuck up off. Understand what happens. This is a time right now where this is an unprecedented time that we're living in. That you gotta protect, and we have to protect our own. If the police have shown you that they're unwilling to do what was needed to be done, the Black Panther movement showed you that we have to protect our own. And what they did was they changed the gun laws, and then the NRA out in California went against them because, we can't have Negroes with guns.
That's right.
Wow.
Can't have Negroes with guns.
That's
Understand in Minnesota when they stormed the state capitol with them semi-automatic weapons, had they been all black, the shit been a whole different story. Understand that we all got together in Atlanta this week and said we're gonna march downtown with the protesters and everybody strapped with their semi-automatic weapons. We'll get their fucking attention.
Oh yeah, you don't have to do nothing.
You'll get their fucking attention.
That's
and
right.
this is the time to do it.
And-
You
and-
peacefully march down there with our AKs and our ARs, goddamn it, everything's legal because Georgia's an open carry state.
Right.
Understand we can walk down the goddamn streets of downtown Atlanta on Forsyth Street and Pryor Street with our fucking shit and invoke change in this bitch. Understand now. Let's go to work, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm with you.
Wow.
That's it.
I'm tooled up over this bitch.
Yes,
Tooled
sir.
up.
Yes, sir. Let's do your homework out there, man.
Yeah. This shit real, man.
Hey, man, so we gonna lighten it up a little bit. Can we get another, we're gonna pay a couple more bills, might be, then we'll switch the goddamn, switch gears a little bit.
Okay. Well,
Come
ladies
back.
and gentlemen, we thank you once again for tuning in tonight to the show No Name the Podcast, brought to you by King's Broadcasting Studios.
Yeah.
Here on this show where you are inspirationally inspired, financially educated, and of course entertained ultimately at the end of the day. We really appreciate you tuning in and checking us out. You know what I'm saying? If you dig what we're doing, get at us in the chat room, start that watch party, share the show, help it go viral and digital. You know what I'm saying? We thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody at the table tonight. This is a serious moment in time in history that we're in right now. And everybody can do their part no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? We all have the same goal in mind, but that don't mean we have to travel the same road to get there.
Right.
That's an important piece. A lot of people get caught up into what's going on out here and thinking that, but you know what I'm saying? Just do your part. Do your part, and that will be enough. Thank you so much once again. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope. If you go to www.kingsbroadcasting.com and hit that Post 880 radio link, you can listen to us on the radio station as well. We all over the place, so there is no excuse for you not to tune in. And if you go to YouTube and Facebook, you can see the shows in the past that have already aired, so you can go back and review what we've done if you missed it. So if you don't see it live, you can see it at your own leisure, if you will, once you have the time to go back and review some of what we've done in the past. You know what I'm saying? So check us out. We got Petty Sports on Wednesdays at 8. You got 808 on the Beach Fridays. That's a hip-hop show. Of course, here on Sundays, No Name the Podcast. We have a new show that is coming up very, very soon. Stay tuned to that. It's called Hop 3. Hop 3, that's a motivational Hop 3 experience. Hop 3 experience. It's a life coaching type show, motivational show. It's spiritually based. I think you'll enjoy that. That's a different show on the platform that's coming forward. We've been working very closely with Henry to bring that forward, so stay tuned for that piece. You know, you got Watch for the Hook, you got Petty Man the Podcast. It's a lot going on here at Kings Broadcasting Studio, and we have something for everybody. Everybody, if you don't like the sports, you know, you can tune in to something else. We have something for everybody. It's no excuse. So, we all over the place. Get at us. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do for you. Without no you, there is no us. Start that watch party. Thank you for everybody that have already. If you haven't, start that. Start it. Start it right now. You know what I'm saying? Click that button. Hit the notification bells. All of that. Hit those thumbs up, those emojis.
And
we
call
going
us.
in. Call us at
871.
9602.
You heard it, 678-871-9602. You should know the number by heart right now if you're one of our frequent viewers and listen to us on the radio stations. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your opinions on what's going on out here, or something that we may not have covered that you feel like is pertinent to the movement and what's going on. So we're very eager to hear what you have to say. Thank you once again. We really appreciate it. And ATL, hope.
My man, Mike Bell.
Don't nobody do it better,
Gotta do it. Listen, man. Hey, we're going to kick it out real quick. We're going to switch gears real quick. We're going to go into our girl, my high yellow, Diamond Princess.
Diamond Princess.
Southern
It's
Belle.
a queen over here.
Southern, my Diamond Queen. My Southern Belle. We're going to move into a little bit of real estate tips with Marissa Sales Atlanta.
Diamond Queen, you know, so I'm like Diamond.
I know.
I like
that.
You messed her
Oh,
name
hey.
with mine. You know
Diamond
what
Queen?
I'm saying? Diamond Queen, Mike
Oh, I'm
Diamond.
sorry. Hey, I'm sorry.
It's
I
all
didn't mean
good.
Yeah,
I know what you
to-
meant, bro.
We
I'm
know,
just- I'm
baby. We
just
know.
talking
Don't pay goddamn the dude over there no problem.
Hey, we like to introduce the song.
Welcome back, y'all. Real estate tips with Marissa Sells Atlanta. I was inspired today. I've been approached by a lot of people talking about renting, either renting out their houses, or they may have a property that they need to rent, or they're a renter. So I wanted to just briefly give you some tips when you're looking to rent out your property. One of my tips is definitely, hire a property manager so you don't have to worry about it. Owning real estate is a business if you want it to be. So if you've had a life change, maybe a divorce, or maybe you're getting married, which was a couple that I had over the weekend. They were about to get married. They both had houses. So one person had to sell, and the husband was going to rent his out. And so you got several real estate transactions going on. Okay. So, of course, when you're renting out your property, you want to make sure that, it's clean, freshly painted. Consult with a professional. Let them know what you need to do to your house in order to get it rent ready. Okay. You can, in savings, what you need to do is at least have $5,000 in savings for paint, carpet, and repairs that may come from the tenants. And you can also get a home warranty, have the tenants call the home warranty company to come out for any maintenance requests in case you have something that breaks and your plumber can't get out there until next week. So that's just a couple of tips if you're renting out your property. And people that are in this profession, they're going to make sure that you make the money that you want to make and then some. So if they're not making you any money, you don't need them. And then for all my renters out there, J-Bo, well, you know, the 30th is coming up.
Yeah.
You may have somewhere you need to be before the 4th of July.
Yeah.
You got to start looking. There are a lot of rentals out there. In Atlanta, rentals have gone up. So your average house, just a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it could be a house that was built in the 80s or whatnot, the minimum is $1,000. I would say the average right now is about $1,400 to rent a home. Not only that, when you rent a home, a lot of rental companies want you to put down 1 month's rent.
Yeah.
So if you're putting down $1,500 on top of the first month's rent for the deposit, that's a lot of money to come out of pocket. So save your money up. If you got that kind of money, you really should be putting it down on a house. But I ain't going to say nothing.
Let me ask you this question. So you mentioned about if I have property that I want to rent out, right? Mm-hmm. Would you recommend that I actually manage my property or I give it to a management company? Like you hear these people, I can't think of one of the companies here in Atlanta that advertise all the time that'll kind of, you know, look for tenants, screen tenants, do all that.
I do all that too, by the way.
I understand. I'm just asking, what would you recommend for a person like myself that want to rent out my property? What would you say that I should do?
Have you ever rented it before?
I'm a first time renting it out, yes.
Okay.
So I've never rented it out before.
Okay, so you definitely, if I were you, I would definitely consult with a professional that knows the market, that knows how to get your tenant as well as as well as manage the property. There's two different
So
things.
that's what I'm saying. So should I enlist a management company to manage my property?
So you can do that if you don't want to be bothered.
Okay.
So like if there's something that goes on with the tenant, like something breaks, they contact the management company to get, a contractor out there to fix it. You're not in contact with anybody. You just see how they manage it. Make sure you get your rent on time. And they don't get paid on the monthly basis until they collect the rent.
Is there a fee associated with most rental management companies?
Absolutely.
What's the standard fee that
My average fee is I charge 1 month's rent for commission, and then that's just for me to get the tenant for you because I'm gonna bring you the money.
Okay.
And then monthly I charge 10% of whatever the rent is.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
There you go.
So if you have any more questions about renting out your property, maybe this is your first time, you can contact me, Marissa Sells Atlanta. I will give you all the comps. I'll tell you all the money that you can make off of this house. And there are little fees that you can make additional money off of your property, like a pet fee, $500 non-refundable.
Okay.
That's, because we always got to get if you have a pet, that's an automatic carpet change.
Okay.
Pets pee and do all this other kind of stuff that, can cause damage to your home. So that's an automatic fee. If you have other people living in the house, then what's listed, you can charge them an extra fee.
Okay.
So there's a lot of little things that you can get extra money on your rental from as well.
Gotcha.
So I have a question. So it's safe to say that, how, you go, get into an apartment and they want, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 for a 3-bedroom. You might as well get your house.
Absolutely.
Have your own privacy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you might as well if you can. A lot of people that I've gotten into rentals, they could buy a house. Their credit score was good, and they just thought it was unobtainable, which is, they just probably needed to be educated.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say if you have enough money for a deposit on a house for a rental, you have enough money to put down on a house. If you're paying rent, a $1,400 per month rent, that's almost $200,000 house, y'all. You can get your own house and pay that same amount for your house. Yeah. So, just think about that. If you're thinking about renting, you got a lease coming up, it's a new game out here. I mean, it's pretty much the same, but it's just increased. So if you have any more questions about, renting out your property and you want to know more information, or if you have questions about rentals in general, everybody contacts me because I have a strong rental, I guess, kind of background. I work for a lot of investors. Contact me. I can find you that house as well for your rental needs, apartment or house.
All right. How can they find you?
You can find me at marissasellsatlanta.com. And this is Real Estate Tips, Marissa Sells Atlanta.
Hey, our girl, man, our resident real estate expert, Marissa Sells Atlanta.com. Get at it, people. Get at it, man. Hey, if you got an idea of what you want to do, rates are low right now.
Very low.
Extremely low right now.
Yeah.
So house buying may very well be an option for you. So good deal. Thank you very much for that insight.
Thank you for that question.
Yeah, hey.
Let me know if you need me.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm all about,
Yes, that's what I'm
building wealth.
building wealth.
I'll
Yes.
definitely be hitting you up.
Please
That
do.
is.
All right.
So listen, man. On another note, man, we'll get back to this George Floyd thing and the nationwide impact it has had on it, man. If you guys did not know, the D.C. mayor Muriel E. Bowser renamed the street in front of the White House Black Lives Matter Plaza.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey man, if that ain't some player shit, I don't know what is, man.
Yeah.
Listen. And painted it in big, massive yellow letters, man. Oh my God! Hey man, and this is really, we've been going through this thing with 45, been kind of flexing his muscle back and forth, this, that, and the 30, tear gas and peaceful protests and yada, yada, yada. He called out the mayor, said that the mayor was unwilling to have the city police to come in and help the Secret Service keep back, and that was an absolute lie. You know, the Secret Service staff pumped back and said, no, that's absolutely a lie. So now, in this escalating dispute between the mayor of D.C. and the president of the United States, he said, look here, the streets are mine. And I'm going to show solidarity with my African-American constituents, and I'm going to name the plaza right in front of the freaking White House, man.
Black
Lives Matter Plaza.
Yes, sir.
What y'all
Awesome.
think about that, man?
I think it was totally awesome. They tried to put her in a pickle by getting her to really kind of backtrack, if you will, because what they did was paint a mural in the street also that says Black Lives Matter. And right next to it, this is on 16th Street, right there in the district in D.C., right next to the Black Lives Matter in big, bold letters on both sides of the street. That it took up both sides of the street, Black Lives Matter. And right next to it, on the other side of it, was defund the police. Defund the police right next to it. So, I mean, this is a real movement that's taking place in America right now. I think what a lot of what 45 is doing is backfiring, where he tried to show a force to where he wants to be the law and order president. That's not what's really taking place right now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of protests right now, especially, are peaceful.
And
So,
citywide.
Citywide, countrywide, and so forth. They are peaceful for the most part. Don't lose that narrative of it. So him using force when he came out to do what he did with the Bible and all that kind of stuff like that, you know, putting the tear gas and making people move out of the way and so forth so he can walk the streets for some kind of pointless photo op to where he didn't even read not one scripture, verse, or quote from the Bible. Just went out and took a picture, cleared the whole streets, and put tear gas out there. I dare him to do it right now.
So, J-Bo, how you feel about it?
I love it. Black Lives Matter. I love it. And to do it leading right up to the White House.
Hey, man.
Hey, let you know, hey man, you don't. Yeah, hey, you ain't shit, man.
Chocolate City.
Chocolate City,
Chocolate
baby.
City. Marissa, how you feel about it?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to protest.
Shout out to Muriel Bowser.
And so Pam Lowe said,
And
hey,
name the street. Okay.
Pam said they showed it from space.
Yes.
So they got the they got
okay.
the satellite that zoomed down. That's straight baller move.
And you can see
Straight
it on the
baller
screen
move.
right now. You see how
Yeah.
big those letters are. They did a great and
Across the
fantastic
street, man.
job.
Yes.
That looked like maybe about a tenth of a mile
That's
stretch,
a full
perhaps.
2 city blocks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that shit is amazing. I love it, man.
What's up, Feezy? We see you out there joining
I
the show.
absolutely love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
Because
that right-
Black lives do matter, sir.
listen, man.
They
It,
do
it,
matter.
it truly matters.
Always have.
But it also shows
And always will.
that a city that's been known and got the moniker of Chocolate City
That's right.
stands behind its constituents
That's right.
and understands the plight that each one of these individuals are going through,
Right.
you know, on a day-to-day basis. So now it's a start, right? So not only have you always had these MLK boulevards and MLK drives and this, that, and the third, this may be something, a new change, a new start where, hey, man, Black Lives Matter Plaza. If the LGBT community here in Atlanta can have the
They got the
walkways,
rainbow, yeah, on
across
10th
the
Street,
walkways,
yeah.
there's no reason why MLK can't be draped with Black Lives Matter across the crosswalk.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's an amazing piece in the southwest of Atlanta. We should be able to reach out to Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms and
Yeah.
make that happen. I think that's something
Yeah.
that No Name the Podcast should get behind
I got
and
her
put
number.
together a petition.
That's right.
And we'll put it out there. We're gonna go to change.org. We can't see if we can get a city block with the same kind of Same kind of thing for Black Lives Matter.
You see it on your screen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
They changing the street
yeah.
sign. Black Lives Matter Plaza.
Jane
You know what
One
I'm saying?
Love said he gonna be mad till he get out of office. He got to see that
Yeah.
thing every time.
Hey, you know what? He'd be okay because from what I heard, he don't even want, Barack Obama picture in the office.
Yeah,
He refused to have it hang. That's right.
Yeah.
And guess what? Let's just say you did, you in there for another 4 years. It's gonna be in there regardless because you got to come out.
Man, you look at this picture, man. You see these people walking down the street and it's leading up into the White House, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kudos to the mayor of DC,
Yeah.
man.
Yes,
I
sir.
We
really-
definitely should
Yes,
have
sir.
something
Love
like
it,
that
man.
because of Martin Luther King.
Come on, Mama
absolutely
Keisha.
love it.
Yeah, come on, Keach.
Hey,
And to that piece, man, there are a lot of cities across this nation that are doing very similar things by removing a lot of these Confederate statues
Yeah,
and monuments.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Richmond, Virginia. They took that Robert E. Lee statue down
controversial statue.
overnight. They took it down overnight without the cameras being present and all the fanfare. And she had it relocated to a undisclosed location, but it's somewhere safe, if you will, but no longer where it stood in the plaza for all to see. That's another thing that a lot of people were up in arms about because you have a lot of places throughout this country where taxpayer dollars funded those statues.
Yes, absolutely.
So you're using my tax dollars to fund upkeep of these monuments and having them placed in certain places throughout the country in these different cities to represent treasonous people who wanted to overthrow the government to keep slavery alive and well and keep black people in chains. And that's a mockery and a slap in the face to taxpayers all across this country, especially if you're somebody of color. So big kudos to these people. You have another people, Mobile. She did. You know what? I have to retract what I just said. Mobile, Alabama is the one that did it June 5th, early in the morning, wee morning of the hours, had the statue removed.
That was Virginia did it too. They did it as well.
Virginia stated that they're going to move that Robert E. Lee statue.
Okay, they did it.
Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimpson ordered the removal of a statue that's been standing for 120 years in downtown Mobile of Admiral Raphael Semmes, a Confederate monument. You know what I'm saying? So she did it, like I said, without the fanfare, the TV cameras, and so forth, and placed it in a secure location. And the Virginia governor, Raphael Northam, orders the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia as well. So things are changing. This is a real movement.
Columbia
It's on the
School.
ground floor.
And that-
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a
None of this
really
affects
good
the
thing.
economic piece of it until this is what I'm more interested in.
My
All
bad.
right, bro. Okay.
Listen, I feel
It's
you.
a change
I-
coming
I
about,
feel
and
you,
it's a
Malcolm.
start.
It's awesome.
It's a start.
Malcolm
and,
Bell hot over there.
And I really
Yeah.
appreciate
What
these
about-
mayors
what-
standing up.
What
I
about
think-
something I figured out doing research, and I was gonna bring it up. on
That voice you
the-
hearing is Petty Man.
was that Bankhead Highway was part of the Confederacy. The Bankhead name is an actual Confederate soldier. And that's where it goes all the way through to Mississippi.
Well, now it's Donnelly Hollowell,
It's
so
Holloway, yeah. So
yeah.
we kind of praise, kind of the Bankhead
Bankhead
Highway
because
as
it-
part
yeah.
of the SWATs, and it is a Confederate. So it's like all the things that was just thrown upon Georgia, all this Confederacy. How
Yeah.
Well,
how
you
this
think about
state-
Cobb County.
Veterans
Yeah.
Memorial.
Yeah.
That's one part of the Bankhead is called Veterans Memorial now as well. So changes are coming.
When you
Yeah.
get
And a
close
lot
to
of people are upset about it, but hey, you know what I'm saying? That you have to look at both
glad.
sides in a realistic lens as to what's
Yeah.
going on. Do
It's
you
like
want to
somebody
highlight?
started questioning, like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, you want to highlight treasonous people that tried to overthrow the government to keep slavery alive, or do you want to, in this yet to be
progressive.
United States of America?
Bankhead Ford.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Private.
Bankhead courts. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just make this one statement and move on from it. We'll probably talk about it in the future. But you do understand that white people and this government structure here in this country, they invented the ghettos.
Yes, of course.
You know what I'm saying? They invented that. They tried to put us on a reservation like they did the Indians,
Well,
for the most part.
it's called redlining. So, So part of that, Raphael Sharper, our guy Petty Sports on Raphael Sharper said, I seen they're doing the same thing in Oakland as well.
Yes,
so
sir.
shout out to the people in Oakland
Yes,
for doing
sir.
it, man. It's happening all over the country. I'd be surprised if we didn't get one here. Exactly, Raphael. So we're going to start that with Kings Broadcasting here, man. We're going to start that petition, try to get the mayor to get us something like that here in the city, man. Where else should you have one if not here in the A, right?
That's right.
So One Love says, hold on, One Love. I'm not in GA, but y'all get that petition and I'll sign it because you got to take Georgia out of this, man. You are absolutely correct. We are haunted by
the
our
Georgia
history.
out of this, man.
We are haunted by our history. Now, we said it several times on this show, man. Any 30 minutes outside of Atlanta, your ass is in Georgia.
That's right.
Yeah.
Old traditions
Georgia.
die hard. Old traditions die hard down here in the
Georgia.
South.
Right.
This is a slave breaking state.
Right.
Back in the day, Georgia was one of the southern states that was labeled and had the title of being a slave breaking state. So a lot of those old traditions die hard and they're holding on. This is their last stance. But I think, like I said, the movement is strong. And if we keep progressing and doing what we're doing, change will come.
So listen, very quick. We're going to get a very quick station identification break. And then we're going to go into the beauty of the day.
Quickie.
With our
Hey,
guy, Mike.
ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are so thrilled that you are here with us tonight, watching our No Name the Podcast broadcast brought to you by Kings Broadcasting Studios. We thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Without no you, there is no us. Start that watch party. Help it go digital. Share it with your friends. We're going deep about what's going on here in the country and how it's affecting our community as a whole. You know, we keep it 100 here. We no holds barred. You know what I'm saying? We're under no restrictions. We really appreciate everything that you guys do to help support us. Go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, www.kingsbroadcastingradio. If you're not able to see us, you can listen to us on the radio broadcast also. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're here for you, and we do it because we love you. You know what I'm saying? ATL, hope.
Run it.
With that being said, we're going to switch gears real quick. We're going to get into the Mike Bell segment, his favorite segment, when he's not being an activist. He's stalking these young fine ladies out of here.
I hope not, because I watched Epstein on Netflix.
Well, yeah, we not. I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion, categorizing my guy Mike Bell with Epstein at all. So let's be clear on that. Let's be clear. He's not that kind of guy.
Let me turn to my left.
By no stretch of the imagination. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Mike Bell's Beauty of the Day.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Bell, baby, and once again, I'm at you with another No Name the Podcast Beauty of the Day, and I got another doozy for you. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
We've really been going in. This week, we have what we like to call her name as Ava DuVernay. She's born August 24th, 1972. She's 47 years old from Long Beach, Cali.
Of age.
5'6", winner of countless awards like the NAACP Image Awards, the Independent Spirit John Cassavetes Award, and many, many more. She does a really great job of highlighting things in the community and keeping it black, keeping it 100, and telling our story from our point of view. So we really give her a big shout out. You know what I'm saying? Thank her for doing what she does. She is a real queen, an African American queen that does it well. And thank you so much. That is our our No Name Podcast Beauty of the Day. She does a fantastic job, and she is absolutely beautiful. She got the brains, all of that, the beauty, you know what I'm saying? And she does make our community stand out.
Come on, Mike B, tell them about it.
You got your tongue tied over there.
You know what? Every week when I do the No Name Podcast Beauty of the Day, it's special to me because we have some outstanding, beautiful African American women of color that. Oh my God,
man!
You don't have her stats or measurement?
She's 5'6".
That's all you got. Where'd she go to college at?
She went to UCLA, good sir.
I know.
Yeah,
you know.
she went to UCLA.
I know
you know
know.
what I'm saying? So she is very well educated.
Got the brains
She
to
does
prove
an
it.
outstanding job. She has a lot of the good shows on TV that we watch. Queen
Yes.
Sugar.
Come on now. Give it a bio.
Selma,
Talk to him now.
Selma, she did.
Come on now.
Exactly. I think she had her hands in the with Keisha what Washington. What's her name? Or the presidential show with the
No, that wasn't
No,
her.
that wasn't her. That wasn't her.
Oh, okay.
That
I do
wasn't her.
apologize,
That
but
wasn't
yeah,
her.
she has shows all over the place. She has documentaries all over not Facebook, but Netflix.
Oh yeah. Where they see us? What was the name of
When
it?
they see us.
When they see us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on
So
now,
hey
Playboy.
man, yo, that's a good one right there.
That's
Big
an awesome
shouts outs to Ava DuVernay. Tag her in this video. You know what I'm saying? Let her know she is loved down here in the A by No Name the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate what she does. And big shouts out and much success in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Get at your boy. Put me
That
in
was
one
a
of the
good
movies.
one. That
Man,
was a
my
good
boy
one.
never,
You ready for a movie?
never
shot?
disappoint us with the
Man, I
view
stay
the other
ready.
day, man.
Yes. You know you little
What
hot.
I mean,
You know you hot over there. You know you got the
Hey.
little skull cap on and goddamn
do
thing.
you
I know
see
you
me
hot.
sweating good, sir?
Nah, man.
I'm cool under pressure. No
Hey.
need to act ill, big brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
EPMD
hey,
quote.
over here.
Man, you ain't hear him, man, all throughout the show, man. He been hot, man.
He on one. My
Hey.
Malcolm Bell is on one today. I ain't mad at my brother.
And you know what? Like, I've had a pretty active week this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did the protest march earlier this week, the peaceful protest march. And Banks and I, yesterday, we did a volunteer set
man.
over there on Browns Mill Road off of Cleveland.
Okay.
We passed out
Why you ain't
shoes,
call me?
food
heck?
to a lot of people that were in need that had, I mean, it was A1. We were out there in that hot sun laboring pretty intensely, and we got it done, and it made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you have things on your mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you do things for other people,
Oh, yes.
that helps to kind of, you know what I'm saying, get
I
your
wasn't
mind off
included
things.
in the group text.
Well, it wasn't a group
It
text
wasn't
type
no
thing.
group
It
thing,
was
but-
it was very last minute.
So-
Banks called me like 8
Yeah.
hours before it was going down. Said, "Hey man, I got a
Just think of me.
volunteer opportunity
Just
if you
think
want
of
to
me
take part
next
in
time.
it."
That's all.
Hey, I just want Banks to remember my off days, man.
No.
Hit my line.
So here it is, right?
Hit my line.
So I was reached out to by a good friend of mine, Ms. Lelani Campbell, and her company, Brand Spinners, a marketing company. And she was helping out with a group called caringforothers.org or Caring for Others, Inc.
That's right.
And Miss Esleen Richmond Shockley is the
Shouts
president
out to
and
her.
CEO.
Shouts out to her.
You know, and she does an amazing thing, man, where she told us that she started her very first giving opportunity with $25. And just yesterday, she had sponsors from Adidas, local grocery stores,
Yeah. Farmers market. all-
market. You had a guy out, feeding the people with, little small grill items. But we also gave out canned goods, chicken, shoes,
Milk,
toiletry items,
water,
milk, water,
vegetables.
I mean, like
fruits.
a slew of vegetables.
Yes.
Man, listen.
Yes.
I'm mad about
So the
this.
average-
me and you Libras, and you didn't even call me.
So, but I put it in the
feel
group chat.
really-
So here it is, right? So the average SUV or the family that came in left with, say you got a Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah.
It was loaded down with goodies
Oh,
and
that's
food and all that, man.
amazing.
So she did an amazing job over there, man, caring for others. She actually has a storefront, man, that over on Browns Mill Road, man, that you guys can get at it. And it's
Southeast Atlanta.
if you want
Yeah.
to contact them, it's contact at caringforothers.org. I'll put the link, the contact information here in the chat. You guys get at it. She's always taking volunteers and doing this thing, and
Okay.
she gives back to the community, man, in ways you would not believe, man. So shout out to Sister Esleen Richmond Shockley. She's
Yes.
doing an amazing job over there, man. So
Great
hey,
woman.
if
Great
you guys
woman.
get an opportunity, they also put stuff out for Christmas. They do a major sale each and every holiday season and so forth.
Coat drives, all kind
Coat
of stuff.
drive, but they sell just like your stores that have like your name brand
Salvation
stuff.
Army and
well,
stuff
not
like
like the
that.
Salvation because it's brand new
Value
stuff.
Village.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
brand
they
new stuff.
brand new stuff, but like your name brand stuff, your polos, your coaches, your Michael Kors, and all these bags. Guys, you want to get bags for your wife, for the, your significant other for the
Yep.
holidays.
Yep.
Reach out to them, man. They got this. I mean, an amazing store, and they have it all there.
Underwear,
She's giving back.
socks.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
each and every day. That store, I think the store is open Monday through Friday. So, you guys can get out there and get at them and, go out and support, man. And she's one of those people that puts her money back into the community. So,
and big shouts out to the people that came through to grab some of the good. They were very thankful, you know what I'm saying? And I was grateful, you know what I'm saying? It's very humbling. Anytime you have an opportunity to give back and share with others, you know what I'm saying? Your time, your energy, your efforts, and so forth, and even your dollars. It's always about the economic piece, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And we had, absolutely an amazing. I don't have the stats right now, but I think we may have serviced. What you think, Mike? About 300 cars yesterday.
Easy.
Wow. This is yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Hey, man.
We got there. I was there at about 8:30. We probably didn't leave until about after 1. I left almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Almost 2 o'clock I left.
I was working.
Yeah,
so we had a blast with that.
If you have an opportunity to lend your efforts to causes to help others, do so. You know what I'm saying? You know, what else are you doing? If you have the time to do it, do it. It makes a difference, and you'll feel better about yourself and helping others. That's always a plus and a positive. Yeah. So, we got this black entertainment piece coming up, That's very special to me as well. You know what I'm saying? I like to highlight.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I like to highlight people that's doing good in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And trying to bring about change in a real progressive, effective way to affect people's lives. This week, I want to highlight Michael Jordan. He pledged $100 million. Woo! Okay. That's nothing to sneeze at, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we talking about the GOAT?
The GOAT, Michael, I forget his last name. Middle name.
Jeffrey Johnson.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Jeffrey Jordan pledges $100 million for education initiatives, racial equality, and social justice initiatives in the community in the wake of this George Floyd movement that's taking place. And big shouts out to him. He catches a lot of flack over the years for not being overtly involved in anything activist related in our communities to bring about change and effect change. And I've always been cautious to not necessarily ridicule, but say bad things about people who don't do that in an overt way, because a lot of people do things behind the scenes and don't want to be recognized and highlighted as to what they're doing. But that don't mean they're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You may not hear about a lot of things that Michael Jordan did before he made this $100 million pledge until he's in his casket and grave and gone.
Right.
And, you have power in your face. But right now he's doing something special. Kudos to Michael Jeffries Jordan. And, man, you know what I'm saying? That's a big, big deal. You know what I mean? I think LeBron kind of tried to call him out, with some of the stuff that he does, being an activist in the community and trying to make change happen.
Did LeBron call him out?
No, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, with some of the comments that LeBron made recently, they felt like on the heels of that, The Last Dance, when he made some of his comments about activism, he was taking shots at Mike. And Mike came back and said, yo, here you go with that $100 million. But that's what I'm saying, Banks. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying this is how the power structures that be try to divide the movement.
But
irregardless
we
of whether,
can't be a part of that, because we said LeBron tried to take shots at Mike.
Well, we keep it 100. I'm going to tell both sides of the story.
But you can't
there
say
are two sides of the story.
So you need to lead that with allegedly.
Well,
because your media obligation says what, King?
From my interpretation of the comments that I seen LeBron made, they can easily be interpreted as he was saying, Mike, get off your ass and get busy out here. And Mike said, okay,
that's part of that.
$100 million. Irregardless of what you might think it is, Mike stepped up to the plate and knocked it out the park.
It wasn't because he thought that LeBron was regardless doing of what he thought. It's not the rap game.
Well, once again, allegedly, we have no way of knowing. But Mike overtly hasn't done anything over there. Mike hadn't done anything like this over the years until LeBron quote unquote called him out.
No, we don't know that. And here's the thing about it: you keep saying that
I made that statement.
Okay, but you just said again. Mike hadn't done that.
I heard the statement that LeBron made. I'm not saying it was right or wrong. I'm just saying
he didn't say MJ is not doing enough for this, that, and that, and we can't. I can't allow you to do that, because that brother's been above board and everything he's done He's put his money where his mouth is. He's not ever called out anybody else about what they're done. He's not even motivated by what somebody else does. So let's not bring him into that. It's just like saying, Black Lives Matter, but my feet hurt too. That's bullshit. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Okay.
All right.
So
I did it, and
I
I
know
stand
you-
by what I said. Damn it, I did it.
I know the
I
fuck
said it,
Mike
and I
Dale
stand by what I said.
I know what the fuck you said.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? I heard what LeBron said, and I
man.
felt like, goddamn, at the end of the day,
That's
he made Mike
bullshit,
step to the
man.
plate. So
I
and
don't
he
think
did,
that's
and he
true.
stepped up.
But
G,
we
how
appreciate
much time
what
we
he
got to
has
go
done.
over
Yo,
tonight?
man, we got a whole nother 10:30 to go.
I asked G.
10:30.
I asked you shit.
10:30.
All
I
right, so
already
with that
gave
being
you.
said, thank you. We're
Shit.
gonna move right along. Right now, listen, man. Hey, if you don't know,
Now you know.
if you don't know, nigga,
Motherfucker.
part of the whoa,
Hey, no Mickey Fickies around here.
whoa, little
Mickey Ficky.
little skull cat wearing little
Hey,
joker.
that's that
Hey,
bullshit
man,
diggy.
King Bates voice. Hold on, little buddy.
Hey, ain't nothing little about Mike Bell, baby, over here. You know what I'm saying? Don't start that bullshit
Hey,
diggy.
man. Hey, listen. In other entertainment news, Warner Brothers has released the film Just Mercy at free for rent to highlight, systematic racism in education. Is this a good look for Warner Brothers? You think this guy, or they just got playing on the current state of the country?
It's on several different digital platforms like
Well, it just
Amazon
came out
and Apple
in
TV.
December.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you
check
think
it
it's a
out.
good
Yes,
look
sir.
for Warner Brothers? You
Yes,
think
sir.
it's a play on? Okay.
yes,
That's what I'm
sir.
asking.
I like Marissa mentioned earlier. A lot of these, it's easy for companies to do that right now because of the climate. They
Yeah,
just jumping on the
everybody's jumping on,
bandwagon,
which is good.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not saying nothing bad about it, but
I
it's
just
easy
hate
for them.
when, especially if I'm on social media or something like that, and now I'm not gonna say, I'll see some white people. I ain't never seen nobody black on your page, never.
So,
And then all of a
Never.
sudden, you got all this black equality and all that, and that's great. It's great. I like what it's doing. It's giving awareness. But yeah, if it's free, I don't know if Wichita's still getting paid. What's
they
his
are.
name?
Michael B. Jordan. So,
Michael B. is
So if
he
you
still
guys
getting
don't know what Just Mercy is, a 2019 film, a legal drama directed by Destin Crelton, starring Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, Rob Moore, Tim Blake, Ralph Spall, and Karen Kendrick. It's a true story about Walter McMillan, who was a young defense attorney along with Brian Stevenson to appeal murder convictions in the South. And the film is based on the memoirs of the Mr. Stevens and how he formed the Justice. I can't think of the Equal Justice Initiative that he founded, and it's a powerful story. If you guys have not seen it, man, I implore you guys to go out and take a look at it, and especially since it's free now. If you got cable, you can go out there and rent it for free, and definitely go out and support that film, man. Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx do an amazing
No,
job.
I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Ray Charles.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Let me see your wrist. Baby.
Let me see your wrist.
My wrist too fat. No, you better not say that too. You can't.
So yeah, man, get out, man, and support Just Mercy, man. And shout out to Warner Brothers for releasing that, man, and making it free for the people during this time.
That's right.
To get out and see it, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
For sure, man. But listen, they told y'all that we've been extended. We give it to you long and hard for a little while longer.
So you know what the fuck's going on.
So it's almost that time.
yeah.
Oh, no. Before we go that time, hey, we promised y'all some relationship tips, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Right.
I got a great one for you right now.
Right.
Get your shit together, because I want to know one thing on all this social media ripping and running, going back and forth. How you doing? Hey, liking photos, love, heart emojis, and all that good shit. Let me ask y'all a question.
He did.
And y'all tell me
Look,
one
kill
thing
it.
and one thing only.
What's up, King
Is
Bank?
giving out your social media contact information the same as cheating?
No.
I need to know. Marissa, go ahead. Talk to me,
No,
baby.
that's not the same as cheating. I do it for business purposes.
Oh,
Because my social
that
media is
shit
somewhat
go.
business.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's a safer way to connect with someone without committing. You might be their friend at first, and then, you know, if it leads into something else.
Woo. So it's okay to flip the business side to the relationship
It always
side.
got to be about business first.
Okay.
I mean, but if you form a friendship, I don't think that's cheating.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, J-Bo, what say you?
Hey, like we talked about in the green room earlier, man. Hey, yeah, it's almost at some point it's the same thing as cheating. Why? Because your significant other or your mate can't monitor your DM like that, because it goes down in the DM. And like I was saying, for those who have Snapchat, we already know what them messages. They disappear like Casper the Ghost, boy.
I think Snapchat has an age limitation on it.
Man. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying, look, you can hit me with something and ask me a question. I can read it and be like, okay, I'm busy, but let me go back. The message ain't there. I gotta ask you what you had said.
So if you find out your significant other has exchanged social media contact with somebody, would you look at that as being flirtatious and cheating?
No,
I wouldn't, but it depends on it depends on that person. And by the fact, like I said, you can't monitor they DM.
That's true. I had an Instagram boyfriend.
Cause guess what? You don't wanna. Hey, guess what? These days, you know,
did.
it's like, let me go on the phone and look at the message. No, they ain't even conversating through messaging. They conversating through the social media part.
So
the DMs
and all
inboxes.
That. Yeah.
Messenger.
So, Marissa, you say what? You had an Instagram boyfriend?
Yeah, I did.
How does that work?
Well, I was following this guy on Instagram, and he was really into working out. And that's what attracted me. And then he was like an attorney or something like that.
Oh, shit.
And, you know, just like all his, you know, pictures. And I think I might have DM'd him.
Okay.
And he lived in South Georgia. And we began to text. It went from DM to text, I would say, within 24 hours.
He graduated.
Yeah. And so
He got your number. He graduated.
he got my number. He was cool, very motivational.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that month I lost a lot of weight because I had never woke up early to work out. And he was like, yeah, you just got to be dedicated, get up at 4 a.m. And it was just real inspiring. But
So was he hitting you with that? Good morning, baby. It's time to get up
absolutely.
and work
Need
out.
some of that boot camp love.
I mean, and I might, you know what? He did get some pictures that
Oh,
he got some pictures that I would never send to anybody. I hope they disappear.
So that's part of that
Because
thing. So now, if you don't mind, if it's not too much devote, you can say I played the fifth. Were you currently in a relationship when you
I
started?
wasn't.
Okay,
but
all right.
it was just kind of weird for me because I had never dated online, and when I saw him in person, just a random meetup.
So my man James One Love say not even
my
a
God.
little bit. You may have the ones who flirt, but I will say it ain't cheating. That sounds like a player move to me,
Made that
James.
face.
Hey James, that's a player line to me, Playboy.
Nope.
My bad, what you say? If your girl giving somebody social media contact information, you consider that cheating?
We don't trust him.
I do have trust issues. You know what I'm saying?
do?
Yeah,
You think?
I don't trust y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But at the
You
end
the
of the
one
day,
can't be trusted. That's why.
yeah, you know, maybe so. You know what I mean? But to the question, I'm not very active on social media, so I don't really move in that space about how people communicate like that. But I can see where it can get gray. That can be a gray area. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I don't think it's like maybe like giving your phone number, perhaps, because that's the direct connect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get your phone number, that's the direct connect. And clearly, if it's not business related, I might be scratching my head and like, yeah, what's going on right here? You know what I mean? Anything I need to be concerned about? You know what I'm saying? Now, social media, it is what it is. It's you have all kind of people on social media. That's like you can use social media as a cover.
So
To cover what you may be trying to do secretly.
Yeah.
And you can't, that's one way of hiding things from your significant other, if you will, if you're trying to do dirt. You know what I'm saying?
So do you
Because-
think that's cheating? And you say that because you say it's a direct connect. So now with instant notifications, things of that nature, You get the bing every time you get a Facebook thing or somebody likes you or comment on something or tag you on IG. You still got it's still instant. It ain't the fact that if I'm picking up the phone, I'm calling, but it's essentially the same as a text message.
Well, for me, it depends on the individual that you with.
Okay.
How they engage that person that's on social media that they get the information
Well, that's
to.
the same thing like somebody give you a telephone number. So I'm asking you a question.
It's a gray area.
Your girl meets somebody.
It's
Gray. Why can't it be black or white?
Because it's gray because you can hide it.
So here it is.
You can't hide anything.
I'm gonna
that
give
you
you a
want,
scenario. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Your girl is out. She takes a photo with everybody. I'm not friends with so and so on Facebook, but my girlfriend is. We always hanging out. All of a sudden, your girlfriend posts a picture. A couple of guys that were at the party now sends you a friend request from the party. You don't know him from Adam. You may have just hung out with him. You send you a friend request. Now all of a sudden you accept that friend request and you start to communicate via social media. Is that cheating?
That's not cheating.
That's not.
That's not cheating.
All right.
That's why I say that the
cheating is-
intentions past that. You know what I'm saying? That's innocent.
So you okay with your girl giving somebody your telephone number?
Depends on the intentions.
Again.
Once again, the intentions are where it is. It's like you can give your number to anybody. Now, what you do once you give them that number, are you hooking up and going places and meeting and having intimate outings and so forth? That's the difference.
So all
Well,
right,
you
so
can
I'm
have
giving
like
you
an
this right.
online relationship.
You truly can.
Yeah, you
A lot of those start-
Online is
that's
it's
the gateway.
great. Like I said,
that's like the gateway drug.
exactly.
That's the gateway dick.
That's what makes it great.
Yeah.
That's the gateway dick.
That's what makes it great because you can do certain things online that you can't do in person. Like she said, with the pictures and so forth and stuff like that.
The gateway
That's
But yeah,
That's
I
one
felt
thing.
embarrassed after the fact.
What you call it, babe?
I realized
It's the
this
gateway
person
dick.
had
Gateway
these pictures
dick.
of me.
It's the gateway dick. So here it is, right? So here,
Golden
and
Bridge,
so
baby.
part, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and y'all can, take this day and say I agree with Mike Bell on some shit. It's all about your intentions, right? It's all about the intentions that you have when that guy asks for your, I'm on Instagram, I want to follow you, or I'm on Facebook, and you accept it. You know, and I know, and everybody else knows that's around that, hey, where this could possibly lead to. If you start to reply back to the hey beautiful text messages in the DMs in the morning and yada yada yada, you open yourself up for the gateway dick.
My morning text messages.
And that's how it is. So I'm
that's
gonna go
being
with
sloppy.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go with the fact that it's a little bit of that. If you don't have any intention on ever speaking to somebody, you met somebody in a random setting.
When I go to Essence, I give out my.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about business. If you go somewhere in a random setting, and then y'all take a picture, and then somebody says, "Hey, man, bam," send you a friend request and say, "Hey, it was great meeting you the other day," and da 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 da. You start. That is the same exact thing to me as you giving somebody your telephone number.
There's
Because
nothing wrong with that.
that's what social media has done right now. So if you're out there and you around here giving out your social media contacts, your DMing Jody and Jane in your social media,
Backdoor Jody.
yeah, that's the gateway dick.
And for how I always like to say, if the shoe was on the other foot and you don't appreciate it being done
Which normally
to
it
you,
is.
then don't do it.
Exactly.
If
Do you go by your own
Fuck what
advice?
you doing?
yeah,
Gateway dick.
yeah.
Okay.
If you can't
You
appreciate
haven't
it being,
DM'd anybody recently?
I just said that's not one of the ways I communicate with people out here like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I get down. I'm old school. I like to talk. I don't even really like to do the texting thing. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to you, get it over with. Hey, I'm on the way.
Slide through.
Or we gonna meet somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And kick it, have some drinks or whatever the case may be. Whatever we might do. Smoke a cigar, and so forth. Well, if you want me to give you the dick, you know what I'm saying? That, we gonna talk about it and we'll get there. I'm not gonna put that on social media. Leave it out there being sloppy like that. That's between you and I. That's not for the world to see.
Cause I ain't had that pussy in a minute.
Well, just know that anything you put out there on the internet, whether it disappears after 24 hours,
That's Snapchat. Once
Snapchat.
you view it, it goes away.
over.
Well,
instant.
so my girl
Time.
Pam Lowe is about to say the same thing Marissa said. Hey, there's a digital footprint of everything.
Yes.
Don't think it's erased.
it's not.
That's guaranteed. And that's how a lot of these cats getting caught up in this bullshit. the statements they made because
They have
thought,
you pull the discovery of Snapchat at the divorce and Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, you went over there talking about eating her
You
pussy
flying
and shit.
people in and stuff.
Oh, you offering gateway dick?
Oh, you paying
Okay,
rent
You the
and stuff?
gateway.
Oh, you paying bills?
Oh,
Yeah.
you cashed out, Paul.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's how it goes. So listen, we're gonna move on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time.
Hey, might be it's time to pour us another drink, my guy.
I think I want some now.
Yeah,
You want some?
want
That's
some?
what she said.
she wants some.
With
It's
a
that
chaser.
It's that time.
Ain't no chase around here.
Can I
but
get my
that water.
music, Mike Bell? Oh, always and forever. You know name after dog. It's upon us. You know, we're gonna always be here. Always and forever. Listen. Pour yourself a drink.
I am.
Get your loved one. Put the kids to bed. Tell them, baby, them fools on the air. They ready to get us in the mood. They ready to get this thing rocking and popping. Some say they drop it like it's hot. Some say it's wet like a tsunami. Others say it's long and strong. Quicksand. All I can tell you is they are ready and steady. Each and every Sunday. They bring you this thing. They busting all in your ear.
Eargasm.
Give you that eargasm. It's the panel.
Drip, drip.
The white around your mouth.
Oh, gosh.
Miss Ready Red.
Creamy with a K.
Mike Diamond. And my man with all the gold fronts. J-Bo, the Joker.
So misunderstood.
Like the same.
So misunderstood. It's that time. No name after dog. Pull them panties aside and let us slide right on in. Ah, yes. Woo! Let's go get it, man. Hey, hey. We're going to jump right out here with the ladies. For the ladies.
For the
ladies. We're jumping right out here with y'all. Want to find out how y'all feel about this particular topic. Now, I would say there's a lot of cats out here that's going through it, right? Woo! So, ladies, tell me. Before you met your man, and he has a best friend which happens to be a female, would that bother you? And would it be okay for your husband, your significant other, to confide in that female best friend if y'all having relationship problems? Talk to me. Give us a call at 678.
871.
9602.
Would you be offended, or would you have a problem with your male friend having a female best friend? And is it okay for them to vent when you guys are having relationship problems? So, Marissa, since you're the only female on the cast today, we don't have T Love with us. I'm gonna give you the floor first.
Well, I mean, I have several male friends, couple of best friends, and they have since gotten married. And we're still friends. Now, not to say that it wasn't an issue with their significant other,
Okay.
but
Go ahead, Marissa.
But-
they rude, baby. They rude.
but
Don't do that, pet, man.
Do the whole time. Go ahead, love.
nobody cares. So who
Speak
cares?
your piece.
But I think that over time, the wife, I befriended her. But I still would hear about what was going on in the household from him, and I would give him a woman's perspective.
Do you think she had a problem with him confiding in you?
Absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't want my husband talking to no best friend girl.
So-
I'm your best friend, damn it.
So to be devil's advocate, so to play devil's advocate, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same.
You just said you give him the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So from woman to woman, wouldn't it be beneficial to know that there's somebody in my corner that's advocating for how I feel and how I see things, and said, hey, I know Marissa's my friend. I befriended her. So
We've
now
been friends since high school.
So now when you go into that conversation with your best friend now, it's now I know Marissa has a relationship whole best interest, so it's not really that big of an issue.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be because some of the things that he may have confided in me with, he had not shared with his wife.
Okay. But even with that though, that's
I mean, and to be honest, that if it's about her or your relationship, you really need to talk to her about it.
okay.
And figure it out. Like, I shouldn't be the first to know about something that's between you and your wife
Well, a lot of times it may be a conversation that's had, but
that she has no knowledge of.
well, okay, that could be an issue, right? That could definitely be an issue. But if it's something that I may feel like I'll say this, right? So I have a female best friend that
You do.
yeah. So
too.
if
You
I
do
feel
too?
like I'm missing the boat on something, right? Mm-hmm. I'll reach out to him and be like, hey man, listen, this blah 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 blah. She, and she be like, nah, motherfucker, you tripping.
Yeah.
This, that, and you got to take into consideration she's feeling X, Y, and Z. She sees things this way, da 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 da, and it gives me a different perspective,
Right.
as to how to go back and say, well, babe, I might have been tripping about this. I did not take into consideration how you felt about it, or how you may have saw this particular incident, right?
Have you ever done that? Taken that advice?
Yeah, I take it all the time.
Okay.
Like, I got, so if you don't know, I got several female friends, but I got one female best friend. And she got a gaggle of fucking friends around, but we're all cool and they all love and respect my wife. But we all, if I have an issue with something, or it ain't not nothing, let me say nothing detrimental where it's like, man, this shit's we gonna fuck this, I'm out of here. Nah. But I mean, just everyday relationship shit that you might go through. You be like, hey man, I said about what you said it like that. Yeah. You're like, look, man, you can't talk to women. You can't do that. You got to come at it with a little bit more temperance and virtue about how you approach things, and yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. So you got a female best friend too, J-Bo?
Yeah, I got a female best friend, and I think it's cool to have a female best friend because you always get a woman perspective of everything. Guess what? What your wife, significant other, or mate might have been telling you. Guess what? You go to your best friend, and be like, hey man, you know what? She was tripping, whatever, whoop the whoop. Guess what? She might tell you that same thing. You might hear it better from her.
Correct.
Than what she's saying. So basically, the two are saying the same thing, but I wasn't trying to hear that shit she was talking about. But then she come to me, be like, yeah, you know what? She right, whoop, 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 whoop. And then go back and be like, hey, you know what? We need to talk. My bad.
Right. So our girl Pamela Lowe said that's a two-parter. That's a two-parter. It's cool for him to have a female friends, but there's no need to share intimate details of our home life, good or bad. That's the gateway dick. That's the gateway to the dick.
Well, I mean, have you
My
ever?
significant, her best friend is a male.
Okay.
Okay, so are y'all's best friends? Have you ever been intimate with them?
No.
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Nope.
I mean,
More for-
sometimes
you
it
look
be
at
a
it like
slip up,
a
though.
best friend, but you almost look at it like a sister you never had, really.
Yeah.
Like
Real
how
talk.
y'all look at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't known you that long.
I think I could be a sister.
So it might be how you see
Sister
it.
from another mister.
Do you have a
it's from
female
another
best
mother.
friend, or do you have
Yeah.
a female that you can
You got
consort with?
No, I don't, good sir. Because I feel like what you just said, man.
Boy,
That's
say I'm on my own, goddamn.
that's a gateway to some different shit for me. That's my opinion. It may not be, but in my experience over the years, coming up in the ranks, shit can get real hairy, and that shoulder to lean on and cry on might turn into something a little different. You know what I'm saying? If, like you said, Marissa, I'm your best friend. When we signed up for this, that's what I'm supposed to be. If you can't talk to me like you talk to your best friend, then we got a problem.
But you gotta have that type of best friend. You got to, she might be a shoulder to cry on, but guess what? She ain't gonna let you take it there, even if you try.
Well, you may be right, but in not all instances, that may not be the case.
So you never had a female platonic friend that you was really close with?
Nah, I don't have female friends like that, man. I
we can
never.
be friends.
I can see
This'll
that.
Be,
Yeah,
I'll be your
Somehow
first
I
friend.
can see that shit.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I could take that if my significant other was doing something like that, because I wouldn't expect her. I wouldn't feel good with her doing it.
I have
You
a
know what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
guy friends.
That may be a contention point in moving forward in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't have one, I don't know this guy. You knew him for who knows how long before you met me, or and so forth. And I don't know how you guys relate, and that may be a point to where I feel uncomfortable. Like, I may not ever know that you going back discussing these kind of things about our relationship with your quote unquote best friend.
Right.
And if I do find out, I'll probably be upset. Like, well, damn, how come you can't talk to me like that? You know
But
what I'm
you
saying?
know what? You know, it might be the fact that, you know what, like you said, personal household shit, you know, personal issues going on, you know. I might have came to my significant other, but, you know, at the time, depending on the situation, I might have been too heated. So I want, like you said, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. So I might have went to my best friend and be like, you know what, she tripping while around. She'd be like, you know, she'll straight tell me, you know what, that was fucked up. You need to go back and apologize. You need to make that shit right.
There it is.
And that's a true friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've never had that luxury, if you will.
So do you have male friends like that?
Yeah, I got male friends like that. You know what I'm saying? That I can go and confide in, and you know, they give me their take on whatever may be going on that I discuss with them, and you know, I proceed forward. You know, how I see fit. But like, you know, I ultimately, if I'm in a relationship, I want to feel like we can talk about anything, and first,
Right.
we talk about it to me first.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you're going outside of us and what we trying to do to make this work and be in a real relationship that where we can trust one another, I need to be first.
So you know what? Cause guess what? Her best friend, if it's a male, could be he could be like, it ain't no taking no side. He could be like, you know what? You were wrong on that. You need to go back and apologize to him.
Well, and you know that, and that's real. Like I
Yeah.
said, that's a real
And-
friend. But see,
and
like
I've been
I don't
that-
trust ninjas out here like that.
But-
You know
but
what I'm saying? Because I know, and it's mainly because of me and how I came up. You know
How
what I'm
you
saying?
are, though. How you are.
Like how
So
I
you
came up, good
indicting
sir.
yourself.
You can't say
You
how I
I'm
am.
just
No, that's
asking.
what you said.
I'm just-
How I grew up and came up in the ranks. A lot of times, I would take that vulnerability and maybe take advantage
How
of it.
you
know what I'm
are. I
saying?
just said that. How
Not-
you
not,
are.
Not how I am. See, you keep saying that. That's not what I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. When you know
Mike
better, you want to
Bell
do
is-
better.
is the
You know what I'm
maintenance
saying? Like
man.
I said, I don't want to have anything done to me that I don't feel like I would accept from my significant other.
So on the flip side, I've been that voice of reason with my best friend. Like in her relationship, it's like, hey, listen, da 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 da, or you need to look out for X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. And it has kind of worked out both ways for us, right? Because that's just how our relationship has been purely platonic. Now I can say this, that there was a point of friction in my first relationship. You know, well, in my relationship with my wife when we first got together, it's like, okay,
Right.
you know, she might be overstepping her boundaries.
Yes.
Because
that's what
your
happened.
best friends don't necessarily understand that this person's going to be here forever,
Yeah.
right? When you first meet them. So it's that jockeying up position, like, I've been here forever, you know, he just started dating you. And so as you move through it, you kind of set boundaries about this, that, and the third. And then they understand that, hey, man, this is going to be the new Mrs. Banks, right?
Yeah.
And that, you know, you are just my friend. There is a boundary that, you know, she and I share one thing, you and I share another. And respect is another thing. And you foster that relationship with the both of them to where they now have a relationship. Like my best friend is my son's godmother. You know,
wow.
you have that relationship now. It doesn't ever cross that bound.
And then like,
Oh, go ahead.
and then not only that, in my opinion, it's good to have the opposite sex as a best friend. Because guess what? You're a woman. I ain't gonna think like you, and I'm a man.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna think like me.
Yeah, but would you be okay with your woman having a male best friend?
I'm okay.
I think
What
if
about if she slept with him before?
well, so here it is, right? That's a whole different story.
That's a
but
different ball game.
but
Like
but
a
you
long
have
time
that
ago.
but you have that conversation. It
By
doesn't
mistake.
matter.
Because you know what?
There is no by mistakes.
I don't know if I would believe, even if they haven't slept together, I don't know if I would believe that you haven't slept with that person.
So you
before.
wouldn't feel comfortable with your mate having a male best friend.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah,
when I
okay.
gave my
So-
spiel.
So it wouldn't be allowed, even though, I mean, like, so, okay, well, I'm not going to allow you to have a best friend that's a guy? How does that work?
I don't know because I haven't faced that.
So
yet.
here it is, right? And I think it's all about how you are and how confident you are. Now, I'll give on a personal thing. Like me and my wife were probably married less than a year. We had dated for 3 years, and her high school sweetheart, her first love, yada yada yada, came into Atlanta,
Okay.
and you know he wanted to go out to have lunch with her. And she had been to college. They went together throughout her entire college and all
Right.
that. He wanted to go out and have lunch. He was like, hey, do you mind if I go out? No, I don't have a problem with you going out and have lunch.
As long as she came to you. And
Yeah, hey, and it didn't bother me because I understood where I was, but also, you're going to do what you're going to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't consume myself with what I cannot see or what I don't. You know, if it pops in my face, then I address it. But if you're upfront with me and like, hey, listen, so-and-so's in town. He wants to go out and have lunch. Yada, yada, yada. Do you have a problem with that? I don't have a problem at all.
That's
So
good.
are you saying? Let me ask you this, because it's a hairy gray area right there.
Harry and Gray.
If they don't come to you first and say anything about that best friend, and we're meeting somewhere,
Or
and
they
you
stopped by the house the other day. He was at work.
is it a problem then? And you still know it's the same best friend? Would it still be a problem?
No. So they weren't best friends, and he was coming to town. I don't know why he was in town, but yeah, I don't have a problem
She
with
dated
it.
him.
Yeah, she dated year before we met. So, but if it's something that you feel like you gotta hide, you can't tell me, then yeah, that's an issue. Because now, if you're just going out to have lunch with a platonic friend,
Yeah.
you should be able to tell me, hey, I'm going to have lunch with so and so and so and so. If you don't do that, then hey, yeah, then the antennas go like, what the
'Cause,
fuck?
you know-
because
you
now
know-
you're trying to hide something.
Exactly. One thing about it is, when you're married, guess what? In the Bible, your significant other comes before everybody. That's including your kids. So if a best friend comes into town having lunch, yeah, I know that's your best friend, but I would like to know that you're going to have lunch.
Okay.
So I don't want to assume that
Yeah.
you're going to have lunch with another man.
And then you would
Yeah.
already know that, like, if the best friend is coming to town, shit, hey, so-and-so's coming to town this weekend. We're going to all hang out, get together. I mean, like, literally, my best friend is an extended part of my family.
Right.
When we were in Texas, she came to town. She stayed at our house. We did
Yeah.
family trips together.
Oh, that's good.
Shit, when I was coming in town from Texas, if I'm out in the South Side kicking and get too loaded, shit, I'm going to stay at so-and-so house. That's
Oh,
where I'm going to be
wow.
at.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and I could, show up 3 in the morning, like, look, I'm going to come by instead. I can't drink. I can't drive and drink.
Yeah.
Shit, come on.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I
talk to
am.
my wife,
And
best
she
friend,
might be
on
like,
the
hey,
phone, and he from, he in Florida.
yeah, like she might be like, hey, Dwight over here, da da da. And it ain't no big deal because that's what it is, and there's no secrets behind it. Like they
glad
have,
y'all are so
they have
understanding.
unobstructed communication with each other. So that's not an issue in our relationship. Now, and I'm not to say that if somebody's trying to hide this person or keep this person waiting, that's something you got to look into, right?
And that mostly that's based on trust. At the end of the day, you got to have trust in a
Yes,
relationship.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't totally rule it out to say I'm not open to it, but I've never had to deal with that in a relationship.
Right.
Oh, you make them cut them off.
Well, let me ask y'all this now.
You got no friend no more.
Speaking of trust and all of that, and putting trust to the side, you're not in a relationship. You're free to do what you want to do. If somebody comes to you and they say, I'm sexually frustrated and wanted you to blow their back out or sex them down, in a woman's case, like it was the last time, what's your next move? Somebody you're attracted to physically, but you hadn't really gotten with them, and I just say, hey, listen, I just need you to blow my back out or sex me down. I'm sexually frustrated.
Is this like considered if you like single or something?
Yeah, you think you ain't got no significant other.
Oh, okay.
What about the other person that's asking you to do it?
But-
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, I guess
Is they single?
I guess that can kind of go into it, but yeah, I guess that if they're single too, you guys are available. Somebody comes to you and say, hey, listen, I'm sexually frustrated. Marissa, I just need you to fuck the shit out of me. Da, 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 da. Or you come to
I've done
somebody
that. Yeah, I've come to somebody with
guess
that.
it-
and say, I just need you to break me off.
And it and it might be like, you know what? Like you said, you single, but she might not be single. And you know that, but you be like, shit, I ain't, shit, I ain't never met you, dude, whatever, shit, cool, whatever, let's do it.
Hey,
shit.
whatever you good with, I'm good
Yeah.
with, right?
If you cool, then I'm cool.
It's always a sticky thing because if you don't know or already know how that person is sexually with you, then you're taking a chance. I mean, I when I was single, I think whenever I was single, a couple years ago, I was friends with this guy. We had always been friends per se.
Yeah.
Business owner, real cool guy, real attractive guy. I think I dated one of his cousins or something too. We started hanging out on a business level, black business, and he would invite me to different meetings, and one day I just had an itch that needed to be scratched.
Yeah.
It was just the worst sex I ever had. And now we're not even friends.
Did y'all fall out over the sex?
It was so bad.
Yeah.
So at that time,
And
you
I was
like,
this is why.
but see, that was an itch that.
Oh, you said this is why he's single. So Pam Lowe says, DB, I would be okay with that scenario. My girl. Yeah, hey.
But see, like you said, that was an itch that needed to be scratched. But
it
you should have
did
made
not.
it a point. You know what? This is just a one time thing. Yeah, well, we friends before anything.
But I think
I tried to be I think it was so awkward afterwards. Sometimes, like, if you have sex with people, it can ruin a relationship.
Okay.
And, it's like, okay, if I have sex with this person, it'll get weird afterwards. And I just don't want to go through all that. But with this scenario, I feel like I did kind of lose a friend on a business. Someone I had known for a while.
Yeah.
I just never went there with him.
Mike Bell, how you see it?
Well, I think a lot of times people, especially if you're single, you have those moments to where you look back into that Rolodex. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yo,
Oh, yeah.
she's with somebody, or he's with somebody. Oh, okay, here's Bushinka. You know what I'm saying? Let me get her a ring and see if she can scratch this itch. You know what I'm saying? And let's go for it. And a lot of times,
I have a DD.
your homegirls or your homeboys, you probably in more instances than not have already had some kind of relationship with them to where you feel comfortable enough to pick up a phone and say, hey, yo, I need to get over there. And you know what I'm saying? This is a booty call. Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
That's the
DD.
net.
That's
You know what I'm
a
saying?
designated dick.
Well, whatever you want to call it. But that,
Gateway.
I think
Gateway dick.
whatever you want to call it, I think that's real talk, and it happens on the daily. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't had any in a while, or you might be sexually frustrated because your partner not really getting you where you need to be, you're gonna call that person that where
you don't know. You suspect. You don't know because you ain't been there.
well,
with them.
I'm giving both sides of it. Like
Okay.
you may have a friend that you've dealt with in the past, like, yo, I remember she can come with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see
Yeah.
what's going on with her or him, and we can do this. You know what I'm saying? And see where it goes from there. But like, I don't think that's abnormal, and it's real.
J-Bo, you good on that one? What you say?
Yeah, you know what? Piggyback off what Mike said. Also at the same time, you don't want to be like, well, my partner, she just ain't doing it for me. She ain't satisfied me. So let me call. Let's go back to the subject before.
Or what
Let
if
me
you
call
want a
my
break?
best friend or something like that. No, I don't want to do that or call no other person. Like I say, you or Marissa, say it back in the past. You might can work with them like, hey, look, that's what I need you to do to help me get off to be satisfied.
Well, I did have a main person that I would call every time I
Yep.
was single. But I can't find him.
Can't
I
shit
looked
where
him
you
up on
eat.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I can't
You been
find him.
You've been searching for him, but hey, ladies and gentlemen,
I tried to find him.
Yeah.
we'll continue this conversation later on, man. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning in for the extended version of No Name, the podcast. We're going to sign out. We're going to go on and get our outros with this thing being said. J-Bo, the Joker misunderstood. What you got, brother?
Hey, man, I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on Wednesday. Petty Sports. Don't forget to check us out with Watch for the Hook. The Petty Man podcast as well. Friday, 808 The Beat. And your favorite crew at the table right now, the No Name, the podcast. We back at you, next Sunday, each and every motherfucking Sunday. Put that shit on and put that shit up. And I'm out, man.
Oh,
Marissa, Miss Ready Red.
hey, y'all. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. It was good to see y'all. I just want to point out the things I'm going to be working on this week is rituals. What are some good rituals that you have in the morning when you wake up? This can affect how your day goes if you have rituals that are good, and sometimes if you have bad rituals when you wake up in the morning, it can affect your day. So let's work on good rituals. That's what I'm doing. If you need help with any real estate advice, I'm going to let you DM me, y'all. MarissaSellsAtlanta.com.
Mike Bizzell.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight at the No Name Podcast Show, brought to you by Kings Broadcasting Studios. We really thank you for tuning in and sharing your time We covered a lot of great topics tonight. Share the show. Help it go digital and viral. And God willing, the creek don't rise. We'll see you next time. ATL, hope.
Yes. So listen, man, to echo what everybody said here, we greatly appreciate you guys coming in, spending this time with us, extended, no name out the dark. Listen, I'm going to give you guys one thing to go through the week with. If it's something about your life you don't like, something about your life is not quite going the way you want it to go, verbally acknowledge it. If you're a hoe, say I'm a hoe. If you're a whoremonger, say I'm a whoremonger. If I'm bad with my finances, verbally say it, and then pledge to make a change in your life about that. You do that each and every day, you can strive to get better. It's just that way you got to do it, man. You got to be honest with yourself first and foremost. My friends in the Navy will tell you, I just always say to them, don't lie to yourself. You can lie to me all you want to, just don't lie to yourself.
True.
So be honest with yourself about what you need to work on, and man, make yourself a better person moving forward each and every day. It's your man DB. I want to give a quick shout out to my man Chris Norman. Happy birthday, my girl Tracy Callahan.
Yeah, my brother's birthday today, Mark.
DFW, happy birthday, man. Hey, man, and No Name the Podcast. We are
my
out.
sister's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tip.
And what you really want to know about this gangster shit, and all we know is your mama was real freaking a certain part of the year, wasn't she?
Yes.
We don't own the rights to this music, but we own the right to rock out to it each and every Sunday.
Back on the scene, the stack of green. Sitting on chrome and rubber bands. Paint looking like Candyland. It's Slim, the Southpaw drinker man. Flipping, working, whipping weight. Rock a roll